yesterday, and so I'm certainly sure that the Farrington Super Sixers would be looking to put up a big total there. But we can see the man Dimitri Adams, after doing all the hard work, just giving it away at the end.
Unfortunately so. Played very well, 7 boundaries, and very good boundaries indeed. He played some handsome strokes on both sides of the wicket here at the James Ronald Webster Park. Unfortunately, he could just not go on to get his half century. Out for 48, Dimitri Adams, bowled by Dukaran. The last delivery of the 10th over. So after 10 overs, we've reached the halfway mark for the Super Sixers. They are 67 for 2, losing earlier. Alex Adams, the father of Dimitri, he was out, bowled by Ashan Hodge for 4 when the score was on 48. So the fall of wickets, 48 for 1. 7th over, that was Alex Adams for 4. And then in the 10th over, just completed, his son Dimitri Adams, bowled by Dukaran for 48, 67 for 2. You're not missing any cricket. There's no action in the middle. The ground staff just doing a little sweeping of the area, the popping crease area, the bowling crease area, and the players are having some refreshment of the mood. So Super Stream, I can tell you, Clean Stream is up and going. So we're getting this game out to the rest of the world last week, and we also have Lloyd's as well. Lloyd's is streaming live, so it's really to their credit. We must commend both Lloyd's Live and this Clean Stream, doing a wonderful job. We saw some really excellent reports last week on the feedback. Lots of persons have been talking about it, and this is going to the world, and this is what I enjoy. So it's a good advertisement for Anguilla, showing the world that we're here. Despite the COVID situation, we have things are generally under control, and that we're able to play cricket, and we are not boxed in. We're still able to get along with our lives as best we can, Tony.
Certainly, Keith, certainly, and we are so happy to bring it to you. And if you notice that we have had all the medias covered as well, because those who are not on social media, they can hear it to the radio station as well. And it's good to really bring it on a very, very beautiful Sunday. A nice, not too hot of a sun, but we have the stiff breeze that's blowing, that's cooling the players out there, and ourselves up here in the comments booth as well. And it's so really good to see cricket back on the park again in this manner after quite some time.
You've said it so much. And the radio stations, my home station, Radio Anguilla, Class FM, and I think one of the other stations as well, taking the broadcast. So it's good to see the media coming together and really doing a wonderful job supporting the cricket. Radio Anguilla will be cutting away at 4 o'clock because there's a big rededication service of the Anglican Church in Island Harbour. So Radio Anguilla will be leaving the broadcast at about 4 to bring that particular church service from the Anglican Church in Island Harbour. But we'll be continuing on Class FM, no doubt. So it's good to see the stations working together, collaborative effort, and of course Lloyd's and Clean Stream streaming the broadcast to the world. We are back in the middle now. So 10 overs completed, 67 for 2 is the score. Super Sixers sent into bat by the Island Harbour Razor Massive in what we expect to be a very, very good contest. The Sixers have some good batting, a very good all-round team, and Razor Massive, who lost last weekend, certainly will be trying to make amends. As Tony said, the Sixers going at a good clip at the moment after 10 overs, the halfway mark.
Yeah, they have had a good platform in which to launch from to put up a good score here this afternoon. 67 for 2, and I've certainly had the platform set forth for some fireworks in the next 10 overs to come.
So Hodge is the new batsman. He's joining J.Dale Richardson. 67 for 2. The Farrington Super Sixers playing here in the second weekend of the Premier T20 League. Brand new competition. The winning team in this contest will walk away with some $5,000 US. And we want to thank all our sponsors, and there have been many. And I'm sure Alkins Rogers will have our sponsors list a little later on, and we'll go through them. But we want to thank all the sponsors. It's certainly looking the part. All the sponsors here in Anguilla and even outside of Anguilla who've contributed to this competition. And we could see this really coming into a very international competition. We can see it going across the region, maybe some regional teams coming in, and we can have a really big contest here in this T20 competition here in Anguilla. Good to see cricket back. The James Ronald Webster Park. We're encouraging folks wherever you are here on the island to come out. Nice atmosphere here at the James Ronald Webster Park. It's going to be Pauls to continue from this to Comanche box end, and he'll be bowling to, is the new man Hodge or is that Richardson? Richardson. So Richardson is on strike. 67 for 2. As Pauls prepared to pick it up from this to Comanche box end. Jacob Pauls it is. Right arm, medium fast. He goes up now. Bowser Richardson who drives at this one outside the off stump. Misses the ball completely. Through it goes to the keeper, and there is no run. So a man at point is a third man. Slightly deep and wide. Is a short fine leg. Deep backward square. Long on. Right back on the boundary. Long off also deep and slightly wide. There's a man at a wideish mid-off. More of a straight ejector cover. And there's a sweeper on the deep cover boundary. That's the field pretty well spread for Jacob Pauls. As he goes away from us now, right arm over the wicket, bows this one to Richardson, clips this one nicely off the pads, out to the man on the deep mid-wicket boundary, and he gets himself another run. The total goes up by 1 to 68 now for 2. So Richardson certainly looks well. He's a good player, nice touch player. Many of the players in Anguilla, from my observation, are touch players. They like the ball just coming on, and they're very wristy. A lot of risk involved here.
Just knows man at the match, Keaton is in the first match that they played.
Certainly a very nice player. I like to look at him. Pauls it is now, bowling to the new man Hodge on the line of the leg stump. Again, you see the wrist coming into play, tucking the ball up. They should get 2 quite easily. The deep man at deep backward square is very deep. And it was played not with any great force or venom, just nudging to the onside and got himself 2 runs to get off the mark. Hodge does. It's 70 now for 2. Farrington will be looking in the region 150, posting 150, and anything over that will be some bonus. Still some big hitters to come. Terry Adams and Proctor. Daniel Proctor. Those are guys who can certainly hit the ball. Here is Pauls. Goes in now and bows this one to Hart, who slashes this one over the man down to the deep third man area. There's a bit of fumbling down there by Keith Harrigan. Stops it though. It's a big man carrying quite a bit of weight around the midsection. Gets the ball in to the keeper's end. And another couple of runs there as the score goes now to 72 for 2. So Millie will be coming in just a while. Very nice day for cricket here at the James Ronald Webster Park. Nice refreshing breeze coming to the back of us, coming from the northeast, blowing into our microphones. I'm sure you would have been picking up some of the sounds into our microphones. Umpire Calvin Hughes, left arm outstretched. Pauls isn't quite ready. The batsman isn't quite ready. 72 for 2. In this, the 11th over of 20 for the Sixers. Paul goes in now. Bows this one outside the line of the off stump. And again, this lovely player comes onto the front foot and plays this very elegantly, stylishly into the offside field, into the covers, and another single. And you can imagine, Tony, that I have a great liking for Richardson. I like the way he plays. A nice touch player, yes. He eases onto that front foot very nicely. Pauls goes in now, bows this one a full toss, driven into the offside field. The man on the long off boundary comes off. That's Eversley Brown, the evergreen. And just lobs the ball in, and another single easily taken. We've seen 11. And after 11 overs, Tony, it's 74 for 2. We'll have some more words from you, Tony, and then Jordan. After the 12. Okay, so I've been asked to continue after 12. Okay. Yeah, Millie, so generous.
Not a bad over there from, is that Pauls who's bowling?
Pauls,
Yes,
Jacob Pauls.
Not a bad over there. Was able to just limit the batsman to 1 or 2 singles and a couple of twos. And so they have kept this scoring in check just a bit, and I'm certainly sure both batsmen are just trying to get themselves in ready to launch a platform in which they have steadily to build from. And, so they're just taking their time, not under any pressure at all, Keith. and I'm certainly sure that we're going to see some fireworks here this afternoon.
Dukaram it is, who'll continue from the far end of the ground. He'll be bowling coming past umpire Jack Webster as he comes in from the far end. He's up now and bowls to Hodge, who drives at this one, comes off the outer portion of the bat. Richardson going down to backward point. They hustle through for the second run and they completed quite easily in the end. 2 more runs there to the batsman Richardson. And he's looking quite well here, quite ominous signs here for him. 76 for 2 in the course of over number 12. Here's Dukaran. He's in now to Richardson, comes onto the front foot and he's so defensive. The bat angled down that the ball just ricochets off the bat and passes perilously close to the off stump. Didn't get into the stumps, but smothering anything that was there. Not much spin, but it smothered everything. Richardson it is. Right-handed batsman, very strongly built. This one is up on the line, comes off the edge, past the keeper. There's no slip. Comes down to short third man, has some running to do from backward point, and Richardson gets himself a couple of runs. Here we go now to 78 for 2. And Richardson and Hodge looking to push things on here for the Super Sixers from the Farrington. Alex Adams for 4, 48 for 1 it was. Dimitri Adams for 48. 67 for 2 in the 10th over, and we are now in the 12th over. Dukaran it is. This one is up on the line of this center stump. Batsman Richardson caught in 2 mind, looking maybe to force it. Came onto the front foot. There was a loud shout, but umpire Jack Webster is not interested. Short, dapper figure. Umpire Webster, who also stood last Sunday when I was here in the ground. 78 for 2. And after this over, John Millington will be in here to continue the ball by Paul. I'll leave him in the safe and capable hands of Tony Fleming. So this is over number 12. 78 for 2 the Farrington. Looking to push on here. 8 overs left. As Dukaran comes in, he drives this one straight over the bowler's head. The man coming from long off knocks it down. Good work there by that fieldsman on the deep long off boundary. Had to cover some ground to his right, got in place, knocked it down and then retrieved. But 2 more runs for the Farrington. They go into the 80s now. They're 80 for 2 in this, the 12th over. That one again, Richardson using those big powerful shoulders, opening up nicely and driving the ball down the ground over the bowler's head and picking up 2 runs. 80 for 2. Dukaran comes in, bows to Richardson outside the off stump. He essays a stroke into the offside field, misses it completely. 12 overs completed. The Sixers 80 for 2 after another comment from Tony Fleming to take you through for the next 4 overs or so. It would be John Millington.
So 80 for 2 after over number 12. The Farrington Super Sixers, they are well on their way and having set a platform there with the batsman Hodge on 5 and Richardson on 13 from 14 balls. So scoring nicely, just trying to tick the runs and making sure that they continue the work that was started from the 2 opening batsmen. And so certainly sure that they are going to be looking to put up a big score in excess of 140, 150 runs. But so far so good. The bowling has been tight, not giving any away. We have not seen a boundary for some time now. And I'm certainly sure that these players, they are going to be looking to turn it up just a little bit as I hand you over to Millington, and the next coming man we'll hear from will be Ralph Hodge.
Thank you, Pete Stonegraves. Here is first the ball to Hodge. Hodge is forward, stroking it on the onside, can't score. Score remains on 80. Hodge remains on 5. With him is Richardson, he's on 13. 80 for no long, 80 for 2. 80 for 2 the score of a 3. 80 for 3. Here is Jake. Runs away with number 7 on his back. Ball to Hodges, getting a full pitch delivery. Driving through extra cover. The man off the extra cover boundary comes in. Allows the return to the keeper. Score moves on by 1 to 81. And Hodge on to 6. As we say, good afternoon to Ralph Hodge.
Good afternoon, Millie. Very nice to get here at the James Journal Vesta Park.
Here is Jacob to Bowl to Richardson. Richardson to the delivery is getting into the crease and flicking this one off the pad, hitting it down to Cow corner, and it's going to go into the fence. That goes away for 4. The man from long on and the man from mid wicket, they were both converging on that one, but none of them could have gotten to it. It split the gap and it goes into the boundary for 4. Lovely shot there by J.Del Richardson.
J.Del Richardson, predominantly a right-handed batsman. Everything goes into the onside as far as he's concerned. And they were a bit lackadaisical there. The two fielders in the deep, they did not put in enough effort, and well earned the boundary by J.Del.
Here is Jacob again to bowl to Richardson. Richardson to this delivery is coming forward and stroking it through the offside. The man of the extra cover boundary has work to do. They've gone for 1, looking for a second. This could be the close, and he gets home. Good run in there by Richardson, getting back for 2, putting the deep extra cover boundary fielder there under some pressure, and they got home safely for 2 runs.
Certainly, Millie, that's one of the aspects of this game here, this competition. It has to be improved, the running between the wicket, and how well they did it just now, how exemplary.
Here is Jacob. Runs away from us, passes umpire and bowl to Richardson. Richardson's coming forward and stroking it through backward but can't score. The man at backward point, Richardson, Kishon Richardson moves away to his left and field smartly. No run resulting. The score remains on 87. 87 for 3 in over number 13. Over number 13. Here is Jacob again to bowl to Richardson. Richardson to this delivery is hitting this one and throw backward point. This is going to go close to the fence. The man on the sweeper boundary fumbles and it goes into the fence. That goes away for 4. That goes away for 4. Lovely looking shot there by Richardson.
The fielder had a bit of misfortune there on the boundary. It appears to be quite dry. Certainly the Beamers, not the Beamers, that's the Super Sixers, they are going to push it on now. Some strong batsmen to come in. Certainly they will be looking somewhere. 8 runs are over in the 160 region. And in this match it would be so nice to see father and son opening and the son showing the way. I sincerely hope that this is a good thing for Anguilla.
So the total is it 91 or 90? 91, and the total is 91, yes, 91. At the end of over number 13, it's 91, and a good scoring rate so far, Haji.
Yeah, quite a nice scoring rate. They have set quite a useful base. They've only lost two wickets, and they're going somewhere in the region of 8 runs and over, so they can probably push this on a bit bigger. Anything being beyond 140 will prove a challenge on this round of the power.
Yes, so the only losses so far has been the opening pair, both Alex and Dimitri Adams, being sent back. But good consolidation here by Hodge and Richardson. Hodge, he is on 6, Richardson is on 23. Score 91 at the end of a 13, with the hard-hitting Terry Adams and Proctor and the likes yet to come. It is going to be Mark Gukaran to continue. He's going to be bowling to Yusuf Hodge from the City End. Hodge looks around the field, taps away and waits for Gukaran. Man on the backward square boundary, short fine leg. Here is Gukaran bowls to Hodge. Hodge is getting one on the pad. He is walking it and forward of square. They've gone for 1. We'll come back for a second. Good run in there. Well placed. Split in mid wicket and the man at backward point. The man at backward square and good for Hodge. Score moves on to 93. 93. Hodge moves on to 8. Gukaran, mid wicket. Short mid wicket. Deep mid wicket. Man at backward square, long on, long off. Extra cover. And this man on the sweeping. Here is Hodge to this one. He's hitting this one and straight to mid wicket. He's feeling well. Can't prevent the single. Total moves on by 1 to 94. And Hodge moves on to 9. And the 14th over. It's good. They continue to rotate the strike well. Here is Gukaran to bowl to Richardson. Richardson is hitting this one down to long on, wide of long on, and it is going to go into the boundary. That's a beautiful effort there, but in vain. It goes into the boundary. That goes away for 4, and J.Del Richardson is stepping on the gas.
Yes, certainly. Mark would be advised not to bowl so straight. He's bowling straight into the legs of J.Del was a predominantly right anytime you don't pull back your length a bit and straight towards the offside, Jadel is going to carry you for a lot of runs.
Yes, he likes the onside and he favors the square on the off. Here is Gukaran again to bowl to Jadel Richardson. To this delivery, Richardson is getting one that he's coming forward. And a chop on the pad, a loud appeal. Not out says the umpire. Umpire Jack Webster. As he looks across to his partner. He said, I'm not interested in what is going on there. That is not out. So I just need to know how many deliveries remaining in the over. Confirm it for me, please. Here is Mark to bowl to Richardson again to this delivery. Richardson is getting one that he is going forward. Again, rocked on the pad, loud appeal, not out again, says the umpire. Mark Bukaran says, seems to be the same delivery. Same result though.
Giving it a bit more air on that occasion, and the batsman Richardson guessing as he's pushing forward, but there seemed to be a bit of turn towards the offside on that occasion.
Here is Gukaran again to bowl to Richardson. Richardson is getting one. He's coming forward. Loud appeal again. Not out, says the umpire. The over comes to an end. And a very good 3 deliveries there by Mark Gukaran to end over number 14. At the end of the over, it is the Farrington Super 6 has been asked to bat by the Razor Massive. They are 97 for 2.
Yes, certainly the match still sorted in the balances, and the man would be advised not to go straight to Jadel. Once he starts pulling back his length, he's a little outside the off stump. He started to continue the batting as such. Quite a windy second day here on this weekend of cricket at the James Webster Park. The ball generally does some funny things as we're in a basin as such, and you have some whirlwinds which create a lot of havoc at times here. Still quite a very interesting match. It's still under 100, and we have about 6 or so overs to go by reckon.
Yes. So 10 runs per over can land them to somewhere close to 160. Here is Jacob, 98 for 2 in the course of over number 15. Here he goes, the ball to Hodge. Hodge is driving down to the middle on era. Go away from 1. Man off the long on boundary comes in and field. Can't stop the single. And the total moves on to 99. 99 it is. Hodge moves on to 10. Richardson is on 27, comes into strike. Long off mid wicket. Short mid wicket. Backward point. Here is Jacob to bowl to Richardson again. Short, same area. The ball is driven down to mid on. 1 run to Richardson, goes on to 28, and the total moves on. The 100 has been raised. The 100 has been raised in the course of over number 15.
Not excellent going is because we are having still about 5 or so more overs to go, and they must go about 10 and over to make an impressive score.
That's a dot ball there going into the scorer's book. Ball that was short, and not sure why that ball wasn't pulled. The ball was short, it was slow, and Hodge had an opportunity to get back on the back foot and to pull that one around. He just simply nudged it off on the onside, can't score. Here is Jacob again, runs away to bowl to Yusuf Hodge. Hodge to this delivery, he's coming forward and stroking it through the offside. Man of the sweeper boundary fields on the offside. Score moves on by 1 to 101. 101. Hodge moves on to 11. Right. Jadel Richardson is on 28, comes into strike. Here is Jacob. He's ready at the top of his mark. And if the umpire goes out to stop him, but he goes away now from us to bowl to Richardson. Richardson is coming forward and stroking it well. Wide of the man, long off. He has to do some work. He's not going to get there. It goes into the boundary. That's a lovely shot, and it goes away for 4.
Quite a fantastic shot on that occasion. Left leg, right leg way out and stroking it all along the ground to the right of the fielder at mid-off. The fielder at long off had little or no chance, and the result would be 4 runs.
Yes, lovely looking shot there by Jadel Richardson. Here is Jacob again to bowl to. Now this must be a no ball. It's a no ball call, and it's going to be a free hit. A free hit. So the score moves on by 2 to 107. Richardson moves on to 33. 107. It is going to be Yusuf Hodge who is going to face the free hit. So he has an opportunity. Yes, and the field can be adjusted because the batsman has a turnover. Here is Jacob. Runs away to bowl to Yusuf Hodge. Hodge to this delivery is hitting this one. It's high. It's going down straight to the man at long on who stops, gets it on the bounce. It wouldn't have been out, so he said, I'm going to go the safe way. I'm just going to take one bounce and one run to the total as the over come to an end. At the end of over, the number 15, it is 108 for 2.
Certainly the Super Sixers will be relying on their bowlers if they get somewhere in the region of 130, 140, so if they can step it up a bit now, they might have less work, less pressure put on their bowlers. But some very useful batting by Richardson and Hodge. They are not really backing it around, but they are in control at the moment.
Yes, and we have seen Jadel Richardson who can change gear and can change gear quite quickly. We saw him in the first game taking it home for the Super Sixers, scoring a wonderful half century. Here is Gukaran to bowl to Hodge from the city end. Tosses the ball from hand to hand and moves away. Passes umpire Webster to bowl to Hodge. Hodge is getting one outside the line of the off stump. Doesn't play. Ball go through to be taken by wicketkeeper Gukaran. Score remains on 108 in the course of over number 16. Matt Gukaran moves away to bowl to Yusuf Hodge. Bowl to Hodge. Hodge is choking it away down to short third. And a more squarish backward point here. And the total moves on by 1 to 109. 109. Yusuf goes on to 13. And over number 16. Here is Gukaran again to bowl to Richardson on this occasion. Richardson is hitting this one high and hard over the top of the man. They had extra cover and the sweeper has absolutely no chance and it goes away for 4 and J.D.L. Richardson stepping on the gas and really he is pressing the gas.
Certainly we all know J.D.L. is capable of that. He's quite a good hitter on the ball. Once he's there, once you're pitching in his arc, he's going to hit it and the mark would be advised to actually change gears to a straighten and move from being so straight between wicket and wicket.
Yes, changing gears. Here is Richardson looking to run this one past third man. He's gone. He's got. Is it? Oh no. Well, at one time we saw that he was walking away and the keeper was walking towards the bowler. He thought that he was caught at the wicket and it wasn't to be. It is Richardson who just walked away to compose himself. Here is Gukaran to bowl to Richardson. Richardson to this delivery is whipping this one off the pad. Nice, just wrist walk there. It is long to backward to the man there and the mid-wicket boundary. Has to get off the pad off Richardson. He's going to walk you off the pad all day. Here is Gukaran again to bowl to Hodge. Hodge to this delivery is hitting this one back to Gukaran on the bounce. Over coming to an end at the end of over number 16. It is 114. 114 for 2. 114 for 2. And your next voice, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Brian.
So the Super Sixers, they are going quite well at the moment, not blazing it up, but they are content to push it around. Maybe they are giving the okay now to go at the runs because we noticed there is a player who went on with some paraphernalia and probably carrying a word from the canvas to what to do. And if you are aware, if you're not aware of where we are looking right downtown the valley across at the banks, churches, the rectory, the old the secondary school, people in Wireless, you name it. We have a fantastic view from where we are, and it's time to turn you over to Brian.
It's going to be Sean Hodge to continue from the commentary end now. He had a very rough first over, but he came back very well in the second over. He's going to hope that he can translate some of that second over magic to this spell here. This is going to be his second spell and his final spell of the day. As I believe he is bowled 2 overs. It's going to be Sean after a couple of warm-ups. Some changes in the field taking place. They're saying they're pushing the square leg final. So they're going to have a deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, a long off, and a sweep on the offside. Those are the deep fielders. So you have a third man, final leg, a cover, and an extra cover as it's Ashon into ball to Richardson. Is wrapped on the pass this time, and not out, says the umpire. Looked rather adjacent, but umpire says not out.
Here's a close call, but the umpire is the best position one. That one pitched outside the off stump, coming back at the batsman. He was late on it. As he was on the front foot first, the ball came in and up a little, and then there seemed to have been some disappointment, but he lived to fight another.
This was umpire Hughes, I believe, who gave him that whole verdict. It's going to be Ashon again, running away from us now. Passes umpire into ball to Richardson. Richardson is going to look to flip this one away, but only gets the inside edge onto the pad, and that's no run. So a very good start there by Ashon Hodge, the captain of the Razor Massives.
Well, Ashon will always prove a challenge for J.D. Richardson because he's pitching the ball outside the off stump. It's coming back, and J.D. predominantly right-handed, always will get in a spot to a ball of that sort of length and weight.
It's Ashon now. Coming into ball to Richardson. This one is fuller, and Richardson looked to drive, but a bit of a boot on that one there from Ashon. They're only going to get a single. Score's going to move on by 1 to 115. It was a good foot that was stuck out there by Ashon Hodge, and that's going to bring Yusuf Hodge on to strike now. Well, you know, Yusuf, he started off as a pace bowler for the Anguilla on the age teams, but developed more and more into a capable batsman as he's facing now. It's Ashon into ball to Yusuf Hodge. This one is driven away through the offside, down towards the sweeper. He cannot get there. That was hit a lot harder than I thought. That's definitely 4 runs.
Certainly a fantastic shot. The ball, he notices coming back towards him. He actually cleared the front foot and stroked it just forward of point, and the fielding sweeper had no chance.
It was an elegant stroke there. He just leaned on that one, and it sailed away through the cover region. Brilliant shot there by Yusuf Hodge. It's going to be Ashon now, looking to come back now. Ashon was into bowl to Yusuf Hodge. This one is a slow ball. He just flicks down towards the deep square leg field, looking for 2. They are going to get 2 pretty easily there. Very good running by both Jada Richardson and Yusuf Hodge. Score moves on to 121.
And certainly 2 very good runners between the wickets there, so the fielders will have to be on the alert in these latter overs of the match. They will be looking to pick up every single run possible.
Yes, it's Ashon Hodge. Into ball now to Yusuf Hodge. And Yusuf is looking to hit this one. He hits this one high, hard, handsome. That's a huge 6 by Yusuf Hodge. A powerful stroke there over the mid-wicket boundary for 6 runs.
And certainly appeared a premeditated shot is because that went not only hard and high, but it went long. And Yusuf is put everything behind that one. The bowler guilty of virtually telegraphing it is because he's pitching it outside the off stump, coming back at the stumps. And after watching for a while, Yusuf made up his mind, I'm going to go with it.
Well, at the end of over number 17, the score is 127 for 2. And Yusuf just stepped across the stumps and he let everything he had into that one there. And it sailed over the mid-wicket boundary, almost into Brody's ground, but stayed just inside the park. And it's going to be a change in bowling, I believe, or is that mark to continue from the Brody? Yes, this is going to be mark from the city end, I believe. Yes, making some changes in the field here. Bringing the Wait, wicket a lot squarer. And the long on comes straight as well. So there's a deep square leg, a deep mid wicket, a long on, a long off, and a sweep on the offside. And it's a bowler into ball to Sheila Richardson. He drives this one down towards the mid wicket region. Will it be 4? Well, that's good work there on the boundary. Great work on the mid wicket boundary, and they're going to get 2. Millie. So it's Wright who's the bowler for the Razor Massives. And it's into ball to Jalen Richardson. He's back and wrapped on the pads, but maybe a bit too much bounce on that one. And that's not out, says the umpire. 129 for 2. The Super Sixers looking to score in excess of 140. If it was a 155 region, similar to the score that was set by the Beamers yesterday. Right, into ball to Richardson. He's looking to slug this one. This one is hit extremely hard. That's well into the boundary rope for 6. Jada Richardson with a powerful stroke moves on to 47. What a shot there by JDL. Wright's gonna have to change something here because the length was perfect for the slog sweep. He didn't even have to go down. He just swung through that one there all the way to the rope. Here's Wright through the umpire now. Into ball to Richardson. Richardson is forward and drives this one down towards the leg side. They're going to look for 2. They are going to pick up 2. They are extremely quick between the wickets. A bit of a shot, but not out. They are 2 very quick runs between the wickets. They are both Yusuf Hodge and Jalen Richardson. Moves on to 49. So he's 1 run away from his half century, Jalen Richardson. It's Wright. Between umpire and stumps on the city end. Into ball to Richardson. Richardson is going to clip this one down towards the square leg boundary. That's going to be 4 runs. No, well saved there by the foot. Very good save there with the feet there by Keyshawn Richardson there on the boundary. But that's going to be 50, I believe, for JDL. I believe that's a half century for JDL Richardson. A great knock. Moves on to 51. And it's been a very eloquent innings, you have to say.
Certainly well played, JDL Richardson. He was on the attack from the time he came in, and there are a couple of overs still to go, which means that he can do a considerable amount of damage more, and probably put this Super Sixers in quite a good position.
And Richardson is now going to rock back and play this one down towards the square leg boundary for a single. That one should have been put away, but I don't think he got the timing it needed. And at the end of the over, the Super Sixers are 138 for 2.
138 for 2, and maybe another 2 overs to go. So Jalen Richardson and the Hodge man will be actually putting everything into it for the remaining few overs. And the bowlers have to realize that they must go 141 in about 10 minutes. The only salvation for the team side is that we have some very large boundaries here. The James want to get involved for one-day cricket. So the 6 count will be done in normal cricket. Other than that, the way the batsmen is playing, they are going for quite a massive score.
Well, correction the score by the score. He said the score is 141 for 2. So 160 certainly on the cards with 2 overs left, and with the power that the Super Sixers have left, the likes of Terry Adams and Danny Proctor, it's Ashan now. Into ball to Jalen Richardson. Richardson is forward and driving this one straight back to Ashan. He puts it down. It was driven extremely hard, but straight to Ashan, but he wasn't able to hold on to that one there. It was a rocket back to him, and it's a very difficult catch to hold on to because he wasn't fully through his bowling motion, and the ball was already back at him. They did well to get a hand to that one. They wasn't able to hold on. Well, it's Ashan now. He is looking to try and restrict the batsman to under 150 to keep it at a very manageable total. It's going to be very difficult for them to do something with a Jailer striking the ball. It's Ashan now. Into ball to Jailer Richardson. Richardson is going to wait on the slower ball and place it down towards the mid-wicket boundary, and he misfields. That's going to be 4 runs. A pretty poor effort, you have to say, by the mid-wicket fielder. Wasn't able to keep this one within the field of play. That's 4 runs.
Well, careless bit of fielding. Not looking for the front side when the deep and the ball just bounced over his waiting hands and into the boundary.
145 for the Frampton Super Sixers. And it's a Sean Hodge now, captain of the Razor Massives. Into ball to Jada. Jada's forward, and it's a ball. The ball went directly to the backward point fielder, but he wasn't able to hold on to that one either. The chances are really going a big in here for the Razor Massives. I think the heads have dropped a bit with the amount of runs that have been scored, you have to say.
Well, certainly at this level of cricket, you would expect a player to take a catch. Fortune is favoring the brave at this point.
It was a routine catch straight to backward point. He just couldn't hold on to this one there. It's a Sean Hodge. Into ball to Youssef. Youssef is looking to slug this one. Gets an outside edge. Up and over the keeper. That's going to be 4 runs.
As someone would say, not a cricket shot, but the effect was there. 4 runs. He was trying to get it into the onside, off the top edge of the bat, down to the right of the wicket keeper. Nobody's in the slips area, and into the boundary.
If you're going to flash hard, something I was always taught as a youngster. And he did flash hard and got the result it needed. Went over the keeper and got 4 runs.
Something you were taught when you were a little young, because you're still a young.
It's going to be Ashan Hodge now, looking to pick up a wicket. He deserves when he's had 2 drop catches in this over. It's Ashan now. Into ball to Youssef Hodge. And Youssef is going to cut to this one over towards the sweeper on the offside. He's going to pick up a single. Comes on to 151, I believe.
Okay, certainly, and I've been given an instruction that I must say hello to Rose Connor in England. I hope you are having a wonderful day. We are here enjoying cricket at the Ronald Webster Park, and you are part of it.
It's Ashan Hodge now. Into ball to Jada. Jada's gonna pick. He picks this one up.
On this part, there was a shot that probably went twice that distance, just above the face of Jada. His pads, both pads we can see facing. So he is always facing the leg side virtually, and anything into those legs, it is going to be a bit too severe.
He bats with a very open stance. It leaves the entire leg side field open for him. He favors the leg side a lot. He likes to play on the leg side. And he absolutely clattered that ball there. Well, it's 157. 157 for 2. I got 62. 62, I think.
Quite a score for
63.
somebody will have to come very good. Some bodies will have to come very good to overhaul the scores, because the Farrington has quite Farrington or the Super Sixers, they have a reasonable bowling attack. As far as the slow bowlers are concerned, you're going to have to face a lot of that when their turn comes around.
Right, into ball to Youssef Hodge. He's going to flick this one up and over. The extra cover fielder, he's going to pick up a single, come back for 2, and they're going to pick up the 2 easily. There are 2 very quick runners between the wickets, and Youssef Hodge moves on to 32 from his 20 deliveries. Jalen Richardson's on 63 off 44. It's going to be right. One the final over of the day. Into ball to Youssef Hodge. So he's rocking back and playing this one down the ground. There's a man at the long on the region. He's going to stop this one now. It's a single. So the 160 is up for the Super Sixers, the 160. It's right. And the ball to the dangerously informed Jalen Richardson. Richardson is going to play this one straight down the ground. That's 4 without a shadow of a doubt. He absolutely smoked that one. Almost took off the the head of umpire Webster straight down the ground like an arrow. It's 4 runs.
Well, certainly that's one of the reasons why some umpires use a helmet these days, because when you get shots like those, you really have to be on the lookout.
Right, into ball to Richardson. This one is high, hard, handsome. 6 more. Watch out for the truck behind there. That was a huge 6 again by JL.
All you have to do is go straight through the line, and JL is doing that quite well. And he will be advised, the bowler will be advised to actually pull back on that length, or he's going to get some more of that signal before the next few balls over.
Well, the 170 is up. And I don't think that the runs are done as yet. Right. Into ball to Richardson. This one is up and over the offside. It's high, and it's going to be stopped well on the cover boundary. They're going to run 2. Someone's on to 172 now. .172. Richardson is on strike. It's going to be right, the left arm spinner to Richardson. Right, through the umpire now, into ball to Richardson. Richardson is going to hit this one down towards the long on region. They're going to run 1. Looking for the second. They'll pick it up easily, it looks like. Oh, that's a direct hit, and he's out! What a throw! But the fielder's down at the long on boundary. A direct hit. What should have been easy too. Ended up being a great run out. But I guess too little too late there. It's a wicket on the last ball. But the score is 173, I believe, from the Super Sixers.
Certainly the pace was really accelerated in the last 4 overs with Jadel and Houston Hodge really hitting the ball around. Quite a sensible innings from the Hodge. He actually was pushing the ball into the opening spaces, running the singles and allowing the power of Jadel to take over. And a score that's really above par here, 170 plus. You're talking about just over 0.5 runs and over, and you're going to have some batting to do to overhaul that.
On a large goal like this, 173 in 20 overs is unprecedented to say the least. It's a huge total, and a great knock by Jalen Richardson. Finishes on 74, I believe. I have to get confirmation from the scorers, but it was a great knock there by Jalen, supported well by Yusuf Hodge.
Yeah, certainly in the last 3 overs, you were doing over 15 runs and over, which is quite fantastic. We've seen a couple of overs during this tournament which had 20 runs per over, but they were only here and there, but they was consistent hitting over the last 3 overs, and how well would have been the batting of those 2. But I believe that knowing the capability of both batsmen, the slow bowler should have bowled much slower, and they allowed them to go at it if they wanted to go at it. But when you're going to just put the ball down short of the length, or put the ball down on a line, or bowl the balls too straight, Jadel in particular is going to get you away on his way.
I believe that the use of right was a bit wrong. I believe he should have bowled in the power play. I think he should have started opening the bowling, and with him coming into the bowling so late, it seemed like it was just primed for Jalen Richardson to go off on him, because as a spinner, unless you're like Sunil Arena, one of those top class spinners, you don't really want to be bowling in the death overs.
And he was bowling too fast also. He should have taken off some of the pace off it and allow the batsman to do it. But when you're going to bowl as a spinner that quick to a batsman who hits the ball as hard as Jalen, he's going to catch you on a wicket that's firm. It's only the slow bowling that gets a bit of turn and the grip on the wicket. Otherwise, the ball comes through quite nicely over there, and all you have to do is generally play through the line, and we saw that done excellently by Jadel and Dimitri.
Like you said, you have to give plaudits to Dimitri Adams as well. He's playing an extremely good knock there at the top of the order. He scored some 40 odd, and it was a very powerful knock at that. He wasn't really bogged down by the bowling of Brown at the start. He took a liking to Brown, and he really went off at the top of the order there.
Well, Jadel, not Jadel, Dimitri's a polished player. He plays the classic shots, the timing, the footwork, the hand-eye coordination, fantastic. fantastic. But JDL is actually a power hitter. He's going to go at you, and once you're in his zone and once it's his day, he's going to score certainly plenty runs. You generally don't pitch the ball up to him is because he has a very good eye and a very good set of hands, and he's going to go across you. And very seldom he misses it, but he will be advised not to miss it is because most of the time he's picking it off from around the middle stump. But what an innings he played to the end. And the last ball, how classic. Played it down to long on, looking for a second, and a fantastic throw from a long on, and left Jadel short of his crease.
Yusuf.
Oh, Yusuf. Oh, Yusuf was the actual run. But some fantastic feeling. Quite a nice innings between Yusuf and Jadel. We are now going to go into a half an hour break, and then we will see the reply of the other side. But if you would have to pick someone in the first half of the innings, Brian, who would be your pick or picks?
It'd have to be Jadel Richardson. It has to be. The knock he played was absolutely superb, and not really much of a doubt in my mind.
Certainly, we would agree on that. I felt for Ashon in his last overs, 19 overs, so it's because there were virtually 3 catches dropped off him in that over. One that just to the right of the wicketkeeper that, by my reckoning, he should have gotten a hand to at least. He didn't. And then there was one at backward point. There was a return catch. But by then the batsmen were on the charge, and certainly now the Super Sixers have done their work with the bat. And they are going to go out and use whatever bowling they have to make sure certainly they stay in this match.
Well, yes, and that's going to be all from us until the resumption of the second innings. But the final scores of the first innings, the Farrington Super Sixers scored 172 for 3.
I'm a deep angle management. Because I ain't have to worry about doesn't good, I gotta worry about back in the running. Yeah, that's it.
Just a car.
I ain't gotta worry about I gotta worry about
Anybody get this? You miss the whole society in that side.
I know a big man, I want him to check on for you. Why put it
You would like kick up on, but because he makes
Take it.
access to the city.
I mean, I ain't gonna hit the man. No way. It's style with the man.
They are the case. They have to discipline the style. And they put some books. Oh, that's on the door.
Alright.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Super Sixers. They have just completed their innings, their allotment of 20 overs, and they've scored 172 for 2 of their 20 overs. So the Razor Masters, they have a mammoth task on their hands this afternoon, chasing 132, 173 runs for victory. And certainly they are going to be up against it from the start. They'll definitely need to get go right, because as soon as they start to bat, you can sure come and enjoy some lovely cricket right here at the James Ronald Webster Park. Bright sunshine, a nice breeze blowing across. We see the ground staff over there. That's Fungi and John Jeffords, the curators, just doing some refreshing of the creases and just a little dusting, making sure that the next that's the Razor Massive are all set and ready to go. We see to our right the Farrington Super Sixers in the orange, decked in the orange. They are in a huddle and so sure that they're discussing their strategies as to how to curtail the Razor Massives in chasing down the 100 and the 72 runs they have set on board for them to chase this afternoon. So from the entire team, Farrington Super Sixers, with 76 of 48 deliveries posted by the Jadel Richardson. He's scored 76 of 48 balls. Again, good support by Hodge as well, scoring 33 of 21 balls. And at the start of the innings, we had the latter being star of the opening pair there, Dimitri Adams, scoring 48 and just giving it away there at the end, reaching his 50. The dad himself, the veteran Alex Adams, only managed to score 4, but didn't have that much of the strike as well. Was more or less playing second fiddle to his son and letting him do the damage and setting the platform for the Farrington Super Sixers. So we're still awaiting the start of the chase by the Razor Massive. And yes, we just took a break for a little bit, and microphones were just hot a little bit. But Doug, certainly good game and show. Score being put up by the Farrington Super Sixers. This kind of score is what you will usually see in the CPL or even the IPL, so to speak. And so, based on the way the Razor Massive apply themselves, they can only do so and give themselves a chance at winning this game and getting their first points on the board. I'm certainly sure that the Farrington Super Sixers, they are going to look to maintain their winning ways. Remember, this is just a preliminary round. We're heading to the playoff after all of these matches, and I'm certainly sure that the Farrington Super Sixers will want to be right there when it's all said and done at the end of things by winning this match as well.
Well, you have to look at the pace attack for the Farrington Super Sixers. The likes of Jada Richardson and Messimbo Bowen, as well as Dan Proctor, three extremely good pacers, and they do ball with some very good pace and a very bouncy track. The track has something in there for the pace bowler, some good swing. We saw that as Sean got something out of the track in his first innings bowling. He's not as fast as these Super Sixers pace bowlers, but the umpires are making their way out now, and we're going to see how the Razor Masters respond to the chase of 173 for victory here at the James L. Webster Park.
Yes, and you certainly can be a part of the spectacle here as well. If you will just come on down, and there are lots of seats right there in the stands. Nice cool afternoon, nice. I know it's Valentine's Day, and we said if you are lovers cricket as well, you can certainly come in and settle here and have a look at the game as well. It's going to be an interesting they are strolling out, Mr. Calvin Hughes and Mr. Jack Webster. They've been doing a pretty good job so far. And only as we bring you live comments here, live coverage, we do hope that we bring it to you that you are enjoying it so far. We try to cover it across the spectrum, across the radio station, Radio Anguilla 95.5 on the FM band, in Class FM 92.9. We also have on hand social media as well, Lloyd Live and Klean. They are the ones who are bringing the proceedings across the platform, bringing it to you live, making sure if you're not able to come to the park, you can listen and view it live right here from the James Ronald Webster's Park. And the teams, here we see the two opening batsmen there for the Razor Massive, who are set with the task of chasing down 172 runs, 173 runs to win. We see the Farrington Super Sixers, they are looking quite spirited. Certainly sure they are really happy with the runs they have scored, with what they have put on the board. And Millington, welcome back. We are in for a really good game here. The final score was 172 for three actually, because the Hodge got run out of the last ball. 172 for 3 of their 20 overs, and so the Razor Massive are set 123 runs for victory of 20 overs right here this afternoon. As we see, is that Tractors marking out his mark there?
So welcome back to the James Ronald Webster Park. It's going to be live coverage again from live action. It's going to be Jadel Richardson who is going to be taking up the attack from this commentator's booth end. Jadel Richardson is going to be bowling to the right-handed batsman in the person of Ashawn Hodge. Ashawn Hodge, captain and opening batsman for Razor Massive. He is going to be starting with a mid-off, mid-on. Cover, backward point, gully, third man, a short third. Well, we have two slips. We have a man down on the fine leg boundary and the square leg boundary. So the two men back are the square leg and the fine leg. It's going to be a good chase. It will have to be, it will take really, really good batting to chase down this total, Tony.
Yeah, we saw when Ashan opened the batting with Lanville the last time, he didn't apply himself with regards to the nuances of 2020 cricket at all, and so he will certainly be looking to do a lot better, not soaking up as many balls as he did in his first encounter, and I'm certainly sure that he will be looking to start right bang on target.
Well, it is Hodge who takes his guard from umpire Calvin Hughes. We are live from the JRWP. Bright, beautiful sunshine here. Glorious Sunday evening. The scorer is getting the signal from the umpire now. And play says umpire Hodge. Jadel Richardson, with number 18 on his back, runs away from us. The ball to Ashan. Ashan is getting one outside the line of the Awesome. Loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire, but a good delivery to start with. The ball outside the line of the off stump. There was Ashan Hodge coming forward and failing for that one. And luckily enough, not taking the outside edge. He would be well advised not to be fishing outside the off stump. When those balls, they can't harm him. Bouncing away. Here is Jadel to bowl to Ashan again outside the line of the off stump. Not taken cleanly by the wicket keeper. Ricocheting and the man at second slip in the person of Alex Adams. Cleans up, no run resulting. Score none for none. Over number 1 in search of 173 for victory. Here is Jadal. Ball number 3 of the first over to bowl to Ashan on the leg side. Loud appeal. Not going to get that one at all. That one was heading down the leg side. Go through for a leg by. So they're off the mark. They are 1 without loss. 1 without loss in over number 1 in search of 173 for victory. And a great uphill battle. Have a very strong breeze across Swallin in the park. They are missing the services of Lanville Harrigan, who is recuperating from an injury sustained in the first game. Here is Jadal to the left-handed batsman, Kishon Richardson, outside the line of the off stump, shoulders arms. Ball going to be taken by the wicket keeper. No harm done. Picking up the line and shoulder in arm outside the line of the off stump for Richardson. He has both the square leg and the fine leg out. Similar feel for the left and right-handed batsman. Here is Richardson to bowl to Richardson. To this delivery, Kishon is walking it off the pad. Through to square leg. They've gone for 1. Will they come back for a second? No. And they should have been challenging 2 runs there, but there was Hodge, Yusuf Hodge, getting off the boundary very quickly, stopping in it out off. And his second run, the total moves on to 2. Kishon is off the mark. He's on 1. Ashan yet to score. Here is Jadal Richardson to bowl to Ashan. Bowls to Ashan. Ashan is getting 1. That is, again looking to play through the offside. Doesn't make contact. The over comes to an end. And at the end of over number 1, it is 2. 2 for no loss. The very same score at the end of the first over as the Sixers.
Yes, very nice tight over there by Jadal, bowling to his feet with the wind behind his back and certainly getting some movement. Having had the captain there for the Razor Massive, Ashan Hodge pushing and prodding and missing outside of the off stump, and certainly just probing, luckily not to get a touch into the keeper's gloves, but nice tight over there, and I'm certainly sure that the Farrington Super Sixers will be happy with that start, Millington.
Very well so. Jadal finishing the innings and when they batted and starting the innings with the ball. Here it's going to be Masimba Boyne from the city end. He's going to tall, lanky, going to be bowling to Kishon Richardson. To Kishon, he's bowling to 2 slips, third man, backward point, extra cover, mid on, mid off, mid wicket, and the man on the fine leg boundary. Masimba Boyne, right arm over the wicket, runs away to bowl to, and he has to start because Kishon Richardson wasn't ready. He walks away, and dead ball is signaled by umpire Jack Webster.
It'll be interesting to see what Simba is going to bring to the table here this afternoon on Millington, because we know in the first match he really worked up a steam and was really tearing in and could cause some damage here this afternoon.
Well, we'll get back to that as we watch Boyne to bowl to Richardson. Richardson's getting 1. Shot, pull well, pull down to the boundary. It goes away for 4. And the man on the fine leg boundary had absolutely no chance. And it goes away to square of the wicket, backward of square, and it goes away for 4. Good looking stroke there by Kishon Richardson. Total moves on to 6, and Richardson moves on to 5.
It's a good shot there by Kishon, really pouncing on that one and pulling it in the square there for 4 runs. So not a good start from Simba.
A gentle loosener. Here is Boynes again. Bowling to Richardson. Richardson's getting 1 outside the line of the off. Some people pushes it to the outside. They were looking for a quick single, and the man Adams came in there very quickly, Demetrius, and they bought it any chance of a single there. It was Ashan who was scampering down the track and had to regain his ground. Simba Boyne, he will Really have to pull through his action. He's just resting the ball down. Here is again, he has been stopped. Bowens has been stopped in his run. Dead ball signal. Bowens is not pleased. And you don't want to be stopping a fast bowler in his run up like that. You know that he's going to get angry and you might just pay the consequences of it.
The left hand we saw in the first ball, he did stop him, and Simba bowled a loose one that was dispatched for 4. So let's see if he's trying to play cat and mouse here, trying to strategize here and Simba to get him off.
Here is Bowens, the ball to Richardson. Richardson to this delivery is getting one. Shot! Pull well! Oh, well, tremendous shot! Hit with all this disdain. What a shot forward of square. Bowens resting the ball down. And Kishon swiveling and hitting this one through mid-wicket. My God, what a shot!
I told you, Millington, same response. The first ball that Simba was about to bowl, he ran in, was held up, and when he did bowl, it was dispatched. The ball was dispatched to the boundary, and here we saw again, same thing happening, same result. Not sure whether or not this is going to be the ploy of Kishan to outfox Simba to just get him off his rockers just a little bit.
And Simba will have to pull through. As I said, Simba is bowling back of a length, but he's not pulling through, and so he's just resting the ball down. And so we have a very true track here, and the ball is coming through nicely, and Richardson is taking full advantage. So there's a change in field. The third man has gone into the 30-yard circle, and the forward square has gone into place. Here is Bowens to bowl to Richardson. Richardson's getting a good delivery outside the line of the off stump. That's a good delivery. Go through to be taken by the wicket keeper. Good comeback there by Bowens. Bowens say, I'm not satisfied with what you just did, and I'm going to ensure that you know that. Bowens walked back to the top of his mark. Looks like an angry man as he walks back to the top of his mark. He turns. Kishon taps away at the crease. Waits for Bowens. To this delivery, he's getting one. Shot! Wide. Call and signal by the umpire. So, Tuta moves on to 11. And Richardson is definitely getting the better of Bowens so far in this over.
Yes, certainly getting the better of Bowens so far. Losing his line. Working up some pace, but line not correct.
Here is Bowens, the ball to Richardson. Richardson is getting shot, and he pulls to it is the man of the square leg, Bungry, who comes in and field, seeming like the man at short mid-wicket. That is Adams did not pick it up at all, and in the process they move on over for a single. So total moves on to 12, and Richardson on to 10 in the over number 2. The right-handed Sean Hodge comes into strike for the first time from Bowens. 12 for no loss over number 2. The field changes over. Here is Bowens. At the top of his mark. And the hand of umpire Webster outstretched. As the field has been adjusted. Here is Bowens, the bowl to Ashan Hodge. Ashan Hodge gets one shot and punching it straight to backward point. And can't beat Dimitri Adams. A no ball call and signal by the umpire. It's going to be a free hit. Total moves on to 13. 13 for no loss over number 2 in progress. Is a free hit. Scorer, the umpire getting the attention of the scorer. Here is Simba to bowl to Ashan. Shot! That's a no ball. That's another no ball. It was high, wide. Another no ball. It's going to be another free hit as the total moves on to 14. Very long over here. Already he has to bowl 9 balls. It's another no ball. 1 wide and 2 no balls. Three extra deliveries. Here is Bowens. Turns at the top of his mark to bowl to Ashan Hodge. Bowl to Hodge. Hodge to this delivery. He's getting a short one again. Oh, good delivery this time. End of the over. At the end of over number 2, it is 14. 14 for 2. Razor Massive replying to 172 scored by the Super Sixers.
That's a long over, 14 for 2. Very long, eventful over coming there from the southern end. Masimba Bowen. Certainly not starting the way he would have liked to start, but getting through that over and being pulled for 2 fours and then in the end bowling 2 more balls. So he could feel a lot better that that many runs didn't score off of that first over. But the Razor Massive, they are chasing 173, need to go at a good clip of almost about 8.5 runs and over. So far, just scoring about 7, so in touching distance, and they're certainly sure going to want to put a stamp here in this game, Millington.
Here is Richardson to bowl to Richardson. He's stroking it down the track, not really pushing the ball. He could have really, he was caught on the back foot, and had he come forward and really put that right foot forward and stroke it down the ground, he could have gotten some runs there. He just stood up straight, stood tall, and pushed it down the ground. Here is Richardson again to bowl to Richardson. JDL to Kishan. Shot, pull, attempted push shot. The keeper gets under it and takes the catch. Kishan goes, caught by the wicket keeper, Dion Williams. Ball JDL Richardson, and he goes for 10.
Well, and as we were saying, they would have wanted to start a lot better, scoring 14 runs from 2 overs. But here we see they are losing their first wicket. And as we did mention, as we were getting ready to start this broadcast for this innings, with the not having the services of Lanville Harrigan, who contributed heavily to the total that was posted in their first match. Now we see they've lost their first wicket and have been set back. The batsman there seems to be very disgusted with himself, but only himself to blame, and I'm certainly sure the Farrington Super Sixers, they are certainly feeling a lot better than the Razor Massive now, Millington.
Well, it must be in a comfortable place, the new batsman. Is that Jeffers' scorer? Oh, we wait to... We wait for confirmation, the new batsman.
One of the things that's obvious about this setting of the field, they got slips.
It is going to be Ashando, who is going to be on strike. The new batsman seems to be Jeffers. It's Jadal Richardson picking up the first wicket. He ended the game. A glorious cameo. Here is Richardson to bowl to Ashan Hodge. Bowl to Hodge. Hodge to this delivery again. A shot! And riding it well. Good delivery. Well played in the end there by Ashan Hodge. And they crossed over for a single. Total moves on to 15. 15 for 1.
So Ashan just getting off the mark there with that lifter there from Jado. Seems to be in a nice groove, bowling to his field and keeping a nice line and length there to the batsman Millington, and I'm certainly sure just turning the screws here on the Razor Massive as they set this mammoth task. Here is the veteran Jeffords.
Here is Richardson, and he has to stop as the third man is going back. So the third man going into place, third man and fine leg back. It's going to be Jeffers, who is going to be taking strike from Richardson. Passes the umpire. Ball to Jeffers. Jeffers is looking to pull that one, but he's been hurried into a shot. The ball goes on the offside in the cover region. No run resulting. Well, Jeffers shaping to pull. The ball hurrying on him. Not sure what type of shot that was, but in the end the ball went through to the extra cover region where The captain field, no run resulting. Richardson runs away to bowl to Jeffers. Jeffers is getting shot over the top. It's going to be called a no ball, and it gets a single in the end. So the score moves on by 2 to 17, and it's going to be a free hit. A no ball, call and signal by the umpire. Well, the square leg called a no ball. The square leg called a no ball. But so we are not sure what the final call is, because the standing umpire seemingly called a wide, but what call was it? No free hit signal, so I guess we have to settle with a wide. Here is Richardson to Ashan, looking for a single there. This could be dangerous. Return and missing the stump. Dimitri Adams was so accurate, missing the stump, and Jeffers survives.
Certainly, Jeffers survives to fight on. Was just about to tear down the wicket and realized that Hodge wasn't moving at all. Here is
Richardson to bowl to Hodge. Hodge delivery is looking to drive outside the line of the off stump. Very close, the ball nipping back and, well, just missing out the off stump. The end of over number 3, and at the end of 3, it is 17 for 1, 17 for 1, having lost Kishon Richardson in the course of that over, when the total was on 14. At the same juncture, the Farrington Super Sixers, they were 10 without loss.
Yes, the Rays are massive. They are under the gun, under pressure from the start, losing their first wicket with just 15 runs on the board. 3 overs have been completed, and so far they have only scored a total of 17. And so they really need to get a move on things now. Just scoring 5 runs and over is certainly not going to cut it here this afternoon. We've got the captain, Ashan Hodge, at the wicket with the vet Jeffords. And Jeffords seems to be sharp as he's the singles as much as possible. So, but he will need to be careful, because Ashan is hell bent on staying in the wicket and making sure that they reach as close to the score as much as possible.
It's going to be Jeffers. It's the square leg and long on. The 2 men out in the first power play. It's going to be Bowens, who's going to continue. It's going to be bowling to Jeffers. Runs away, passes the umpire. Bowl to Jeffers. Jeffers to this delivery is getting one. That is ball! Lexum knockback! Masimba Bowen coming back here and knocking the stumps of Jeffers, shattering them all over the place. And Razor Massive suffers a further setback. And the Super Sixers, they cock a hoop after scoring 173. It is Razor Massive 17 for 2 in the course of over number 4.
Not a good shot at all from the veteran Jeffords there. He almost seems as if he's got an appointment for some time, early appointment, just making a nest of that one, chasing 173 for victory. I would have thought that he would have applied himself a lot better. Just playing a rash, careless shot and losing his wicket, not contributing at all and causing a lot more pressure on the Razor Massive. But really good delivery there from Simba Bowen after having an unusual first over. Came back on the target, on mark, and saying, well, if you miss, I will hit. And that is what happened here with Jeffords. Stumps being rocked back and walking back to the pavilion, only contributing 1.
Well, it is going to be Matt Gukaran who is going to will be replacing Jeffers. Gukaran, right-handed batsman. 17 it is. 17. Jeffers going without scoring. Jeffers
Yeah, did not score.
going without scoring. It's going to be Mark Gukaran with the third man and fine leg back. Mid on, mid off, mid wicket, slip, backward point, extra cover, and a regulation cover. Here is Masimba Boyne to bowl to Gukaran. Gukaran to this delivery is getting one, trying to work it off at the hip. Seemingly got a touch on the body. No signal coming from the umpire, so it's a dot ball. Score remains on 17. 17 for no loss. It's 17 for no loss in search of 173 for victory. Here is Masimba Boyne. Turns at the top of his mark from the city end to bowl to Gukaran. Gukaran to the delivery is getting one. Oh, that's a nasty delivery. Oh, superb delivery. And the Sixers, they love that. They love what is going on. That was a delivery. It almost took his head off. What a tremendous delivery there from Masimba Boyne.
Yes, it reminds me of when he played in the first match, a similar delivery that rocketed into the helmet of the batsman there. He was bowling to, and the batsman had to retire hurt in the first encounter. So Masimba Boyne seems to have found his groove here and is working up a steam here this afternoon.
Well, on the first occasion, it was just I think it was just a back of a length delivery that Giovanni Gums misread. Just a back of a length. He's not a very tall man, but this one, you notice Simba Boyne, he really pulled through and put the effort. It was an effort ball, and Mark really had to get a jump. He was jumping and bowing at the same time. That was a tremendous delivery. Here is a Simba Boyne to bowl to Mark Gukaran. To this delivery, he's getting another short delivery. Oh, looking to run it to pass to the slip. Well, this is good bowling by Simba. It was too close. The ball passing somewhere between the off stump and just over the off and middle stump. That was a good delivery. Simba Boyne in action here. He's walking up a steam. Good. James Ronald Webster surface here. Thanks to the man Bobby Blacks, ensuring that we have a good surface. Here is Masimba Boyne turning at the top of his mark. Runs away to pass umpire Jack Webster. Again a short delivery and taken by the keeper. No call, no signal there. I thought that one was a bit wide, Tony.
Yes, certainly could have been called. Was it called?
No, I think there was it's a bit of inconsistency there by the umpire, because that one was definitely, that was two deliveries over the batsman's shoulder, and I think that was a wide. It was actually three deliveries over the batsman's shoulder, and so that one should have been called a wide. It was not. Here is Masimba Boyne. He's making some adjustments to his field, so the man from extra cover has gone into a second slip. So the brothers, and he's making another adjustment, and he's saying that he needs all right, so it's going to be two slips, Alan Terry. And here is Bowens to bowl to Gukaran. Gukaran is getting one that is playing in the offside. The man from backward point runs in and to ensure that there is no run, and over coming to an end, an over in which he took the wicket of Jeffers. A good over indeed, and it's 17, a maiden wicket, 17 for no loss.
Yes, pretty good over there.
17 for two rather, sorry.
Simba, yeah, pretty good over there from the bowler there, Simba Boyne, bowling from the southern end. That's the whole post office end, and certainly working up his team, really maintaining good line and good length with good pace as well, not giving anything away, and certainly raise a massive. They are in some spot of bother here now, trying to score those 173 runs.
Here is Jadal to bowl to Ashan. Ashan is missing this one, looking to drive and doesn't make contact. So I'm going to get out of here, and then man in the hot seat is going to be Brian.
Yes, so 17 for 2 here at the James Ronald Webster Park, and you have to say that the combination of JL Richardson and Masimba Bowen is a very good combination because JL is bowling that outside half stump line and length. They're looking to entice the edge, while Masimba Bowen is going straight for the head. He is going in for the kill.
Yes, he's certainly going in for the kill. These batsmen have had their work cut out here this afternoon. There is Richardson.
It's Richardson into ball to Ashawn Hodge. And Ashawn's going to drive this one down towards the backward point of the region. He's going to pick up a single. Well, the batting is a bit slow here to start off with. Only going at about just about 4 runs and over. But it's going to be J.L. Richardson, the bowler, top scorer on the first innings here, into his third over now. Passes the umpire into ball to Mark, and this is a good ball there again, rearing up off a length and right up into the shoulder area, up and towards the armpit of Mark Kukaran, and did well to fend that one off, to take it off the body.
Yeah, certainly these bowlers here, both Jadal and Masimba, have really walked up a steam here this afternoon, bowling nice, tight length, not giving anything away at all, and causing the batsman to play.
Richardson into the ball to Kukaran. A short ball again, and he just swings and misses at that one there, but is that a no ball signal? Yes, a no ball signal by umpire and the free hit. So it's going to be a chance for Mark Kukaran to really free the shoulders and send this one away, because it's a no ball and a free hit and an opportunity for 6 runs.
It almost seems as that was a made-up ball there for the previous over, because that one wasn't as high as those that we had seen in the previous over bowled by Masimba Bowen.
I think he overstepped, but it's going to be Richardson now on the free hit into ball to Kukaran, and he's going to send this one straight down the ground. A fantastic shot by Mark Kukaran, going to trickle into the boundary. That's 4 runs.
Yes, and we will see the first 4 for this innings from the Razor Massive. Pitched up and equal to the task was Mark Kukaran, just hoiking it over the head, back past the bowler, and right down in front of us here for a pretty good 4.
You see, I don't know why Jadel, he pitched up that ball there. He was bowling a very good back of a length to start off with. He pitched that one up, went to the boundary. Richardson into the ball to Kukaran. This one is driven up and over, extra cover. Doesn't get the timing, I believe it will pull back, but they're going to run at least 2 runs there. So Mark is starting to get into a bit of a groove, not timing it well, but he's making good contact.
Yeah, almost seems as if he was aiming this direction again, but just getting it off a slight edge of the bat and picking up 2 runs there, and 2 good runs for the Razor Massive, chasing this mammoth total here of 173.
Well, the crowd has built up tremendously since the start of the game. It's Richardson into ball to Mark. Mark is flashing and missing at this one there. Then well stopped behind this one by Dion Williams, the wicket keeper. But at the end of over number 5, the score is 25 for 2.
So just scoring 5 runs and over, and they have lost 2 wickets already, and certainly show that they will want to do a lot better than what they have started off with. But these 2 batsmen, they are just trying to rebuild after having some nice tight bowling there, both from Richardson and Bowen. Is that Bowen continuing?
Yes, it will be Masimba Bowen, and it looks like they're going to use the pace throughout the entire power play, as Masimba's going to continue from the city, and he's really gotten into his groove now. He's really letting go the ball with some anger, and he's aiming straight for the head.
Yes, certainly. So we will see whether or not these 2 batters, they are going to wait until these 2 bowlers have been taken off, and try to see if they can capitalize maybe on the spin bowling to up their scoring. We've seen where some helmets have been adjusted there, changing headgear. Certainly wanting to make sure that the necessary preparation in terms of safety is well intact because Simba is bowling and bowling with some fire.
Simba is really rearing up the ball there. He's bowling about halfway down the track, and it's really going straight towards the head because he's directing the bounce as well. They're not just random bounces, they're really directed very well. And it's going to be interesting to see how Ashan deals with them because the first one was targeted at Mark Buchanan. This time it's going to be Ashan Hodge. He's a bit taller than Mark, so we'll see how he deals with the short bowling.
Yes, certainly.
It's going to be Masimba Bowen from the city end. Umpire allows him to bowl now. It's Simba. Into bowl to Ashan Hodge. Just want a shot and flashes and misses at this one. It was more back of a length there. And Ashan looked to hang the blade out. And luckily for him, it missed the blade. Went straight through to the keeper. No run.
Yet to connect has flashed out the side of the off stump for the entire portion of his innings this afternoon. So not really picking up the line well and not really getting to the pitch of it so that he can caress the ball through the offside. So we'll wait and see. Here is Simba again.
Masimba Bowen. Passes the umpire now into bowl to Ashan. It's a short ball again. He's looking to flash and flashes widely. He misses this one again. Throw to the keeper for no run. So Ashan, he needs to, his foot movement is not looking like as confident as it usually is. He's not getting to the pitch of the ball well enough at all. And we're seeing that the change in the field, they're bringing in the square leg and they're pushing back the point into a deep cover point region. So protecting really the offside as Simba, he's bowling them more towards the offside rather than the leg side. It's Masimba Bowen. Into bowl to Ashan Hodge. This one is fuller and driven up and over extra cover. That's an Ashan Hodge shot. That is 4 runs.
Yes, that's Ashan Hodge there. With this time getting to the pitch of it and really making connection, and at this time as opposed to flashing outside the off stump and missing, connected on this one and dispatching it into the boundary for a well-deserved 4.
We're looking at the replay. What Ashan did very well is he stepped across the stumps before the ball was bowled, so it allowed him to get closer to the pitch of the ball. It's going to be Masimba Bowen. He pitched that one up and it went back over the extra cover fielder. Will he bowl a shot again? It's Bowen. Passes the umpire into bowl to Ashan Hodge. This one is directed more towards the stumps and they're going to look for a quick single and they are going to get it. Good backing up there in the field, but it was a quick single taken and they did complete it successfully.
Yes, Ashan Hodge was very bold there. That ball went straight to the fielder there and they decided to take him on, and in the end winning, but had he hit, that might have been interesting.
It would have been interesting. I believe it's Jadal Richardson who was feeling, or is that Dan Proctor? I'm not certain. It's going to be Masimba Bowen. Into bowl to Gukran. This one is towards the leg side and Dion spills this one, the keeper, Dion Williams. It's going to be Proctor to field this one and they're going to come through for 2. So very good running there between the wickets.
Is that runs?
I think it's been runs.
The keeper made a mess of it there just now.
I think it's run signal.
Yeah, that could have been very interesting had he got the gloves straight and was able to hold on to that one. But 2 good runs there for Buchanan.
It's Masimba Bowen, the tall, rapid pace bowler. Passes umpire Webster into bowl to Marco Carani. Just pitched. He was able to get back behind that one, but he was rushed into the shot there. The ball really came on very quickly off the pitch, and he, luckily for him, he got his bat there to prevent it from hitting his body.
Not only that, he almost played it back straight to the bowler there with the, and had he pushed it any heavier, that would have been a simply return pass there for the man Simba Boy.
Yes, Masimba Bowen was waiting on the catch there, fell just short. It's going to be Bowen. Into bowl to Gukran. Gukran is looking to take this one, and it was a good and swinging ball there by Bowen. And he managed to get the bat down in time to prevent it from hitting his off stump. So at the end of 6, the Razor Massives are 32 for 2.
Yes, 6 overs have been completed, and the Razor Massive, they are 32 for 2. work to be done, but these batsmen certainly show that they are going to stabilize themselves and see whether or not they can set up and launch into the spin bowlers. They know for a fact that Masimba and JDL can't bowl the full 20 overs, and certainly show that they're just waiting their time. They're just biding their time when they'll be able to get into the spinners as well. As is that Dimitri Adams there?
I believe that's the captain Dimitri Adams, rather than his brother Demetrius.
Okay, they're somewhat similar. And
That's Minute.
you see a change in bowling. J.L. Richardson has given way to spin coming from Prince in
That Minute?
here.
Minute.
And he will
This
be
is Demetrius.
bowling to, that's Demetrius will be bowling to Ashan Hodge.
Yes, so it's the younger brother Demetrius Adams, the one they call Minnie. He's going to be bowling to Ashon. So it's the first sight of spin we're having in this innings. And they did bowl a miserly spell, the two Adams brothers, the younger Adams brothers. Instead of being Terry and Alex, it's Dimitri and Demetrius. And they bowled a miserly spell last game, and they're going to look to replicate that here today. It's Demetrius. You can hear the encouragement by the captain, Dimmy. That's Dimitri Adams. It's Demetrius. And this one is down the leg side, and it's going to be a wide signal. So a wide first ball by Demetrius Adams. It's Demetrius Adams. Into ball to Ashon. Ashon is back and looking to cut this one down towards the third man region. This one's going to race away. Will it get to the boundary? I think it will win the race. No, it won't. Fielder does well to pull this one back. There's a bit of a hill towards that side there. And just slowed up the ball a bit. So they're going to pick up two pretty easy runs there, are the Razor Massives.
Yes, and Ashan is just a little bit upset there with the Gukaran. He thought that he should have gotten 3 runs, and was beckoning for him to come back for that third run, but he didn't. And so here is Adams.
It's Adams into ball to Ashon Hodge. He cuts this one away down through the slip region. May have been an edge, but this one is going to run into the boundary rope for 4 runs.
Push the scoring on, just trying to move the Razor Massive closer to this total. They've got the task cut out for them this afternoon. Into the 7th over, and certainly work to be done.
Demetrius is a bit short here, but he's into ball now to Ashon. Ashon is going to come forward and push this one back. It's a much better line of length by Demetrius. It was maybe a foot fuller and a lot straighter. Very good line of length there from the off spinner Demetrius Adams. Here he is again, coming in from the commentary booth into ball to Ashon. This one is fuller again. He's looking to drive and drives it well through the point region. He's going to run into the boundary rope. That's 4 more for Ashon. This one was a bit elevated there, but it was well placed in the gap between the third man and point fielder. Runs it to the boundary rope. That's 4.
Yes, 4 good runs there. So we have seen some 10 runs from the over already, along with that wide as well. And so good over here for the Razor Massive. Ashan trying to push on and push on nicely. He is, but he's got a lot of work to do if they go to overhaul this total. Here we see the elder statesman and Alex Adams giving some instruction to his son there, just making sure that he keep his line and length as steady as can be. Not as good a start as he would have hoped.
Yes, Demetrius, he's certainly capable of bowling a lot better than this. It's Demetrius. Into ball to Ashon. It's a good ball, and this one's just hit down the ground for a single to the long off fielder. So the score's going to move on by 1 to 44. So 44 now for 2 are the Razor Massives. And a bit of a partnership is building here between Mark Kukuren and Ashawn Hodge. So it's something that they needed, a good partnership. It's Mark Kukuren facing Demetrius Adams. And Mark is going to drive this one to extra cover for no run. The man there, Terry Adams, was the fielder. So at the end of the over, the Razor Massives are 44 for 2. 45 for 2.
Okay, so 45 for 2. Razor Massive. And like we mentioned earlier on, they were not negotiating the pace as well as they could have. And as we've seen a change in bowling, we've seen the increase in terms of their scoring as well. So certainly sure they will look to push on as well, as we certainly going to see spin that it will come from the southern end as well. And so these batsmen will certainly look to push the score on that.
I believe it's going to be Penta, the leg spinner. Going to be bowling from the city end. He was introduced a bit late in the first game, but he's on a lot earlier now, the leg spinner. It's good to see that they have both the leg spinner and off spinner working in tandem, because it's going to keep the batsman guessing as to which way the ball will be turning. So it's going to be very good to see.
I think it's a lot easier for them because they have set a score on the board, and they could decide whom they want to bowl at certain instances and certain situations, because they've got the runs to play with. The Razor Massives have not started the way they would have liked to start, and so they can at least introduce 1 or 2 of the bowlers earlier as opposed to the last time when they played.
It's going to be Panther from the city end. One slip in the form of Alex Adams. Let's have a long off, a sweep on the offside, long on mid-wicket, and a deep backward square. It's Panther into ball to Ashawn. It's a very good ball there, and inches away from the off stump. Ashawn cutting wildly. No real impetus there. No, there's no real reason to cut at that one. It was much too close. It's Panther. And Ashawn, it's a much better shot to cut. And they're gonna run a poor single. That's a poor single to run. A lot of confusion there in the middle. Ashawn has to walk. Mark was halfway down the track, and Ashawn hadn't even looked at him. There was no communication there, and it's forced another wicket to fall for the Razor Massives.
Certainly very, very unfortunate. There was never a run in that. Ashawn always committing himself early, not stranded in the pitch with Mark taking no knowledge of what he was doing, and that was it. It's quite a pity for a batsman to go in that form, the premier batsman of the side in particular, but that has been one of the weaknesses in this tournament thus far, the ability to run between the wicket and pairs. And Ashawn has been always guilty of committing himself, and when you commit yourself, the other batsman was on the same page as you. On this occasion, Mark was not, and it's a pity to see Ashawn go, but that's the way it is. Another wicket down for Razor Massive. We were just discussing a while ago about the depth in terms of batting, and all agree that Ashawn was to be the mainstay. He's gone now, so we'll just have to wait and see if they can put anything more together.
It's going to be Keith Harrigan coming into the crease now for the Razor Massives. He's also a very good batsman, you have to say, the brother of Lanville Harrigan. So we're going to have to see what he can do, whether he can put a partnership together with Mark Gokaran. But I did see in the last game, whenever Panther comes onto the ball, something always happens.
Well, Panther, quite an enthusiastic young player, always into the game, but there was no need for that run out at that point in time.
There was no need to take the run there. I think they saw a misfield and thought it was an opportunity to run. It's Panther now. Into ball to Mark Gokaran. Very good ball there, and Gokaran is supposed to go on to the back foot and just push it towards the point region for no run. Yes, he is a very animated character, is the man Panther, as most like spinners are. It plays like Imran Tahir and Adil Rashid. It's going to be Panther into ball to Gokuran. Trapped him on the pass. He's plumb. He's gone. Panthers away celebration. It's a very good ball. It's skidding low, and Mark had no idea what was going on. He was onto the back, but very early, trapped on the crease, and he's plumb in front.
That's a poor bit of the batsman Mark getting a ball that was very well flighted. And this is my contention. The slow bowlers have to bowl slow. They have to bowl this sort of pace of not force the ball through. The batsman should have gone forward and smothered whatever spin was in the ball, played back, the ball kept down, and at the end of it.
He went right back onto the back foot extremely early. I think he anticipated the shot rather than reading the ball off the pitch. And I have to agree with you, the spinners have to bowl a lot slower. They're trying to bowl extremely fast, very similar to Samuel Badri. The way that the spinners just tried to rip the ball through extremely quickly. But he slowed that ball way down and stayed low off the pitch, and it trapped Marco Curran on the crease.
Certainly there was no doubt in that, because umpire Jack, when his finger went up immediately, you could have seen the batsman going deep into his crease, probably to play the ball off the pitch, but on that occasion the ball skidded, hurried onto him, and it left him stranded. So the Super Sixers right into the match now. That's 4 wickets gone in a very short period of time, and it's Panther to continue from the far end.
Well, it's going to be Shiv as a new batsman for the Razor Massives. And it's Panther. 2 wickets in the over already. One is his, one is a run out. It's Panther again. He's going to be looking to continue his fine vein of form. He's been bowling very well thus far. Just bowling on a good line and just turning it just a little bit. A slight bit of turn there, not too much. Just enough there. Again, one slip, a long off, a long on. Deep mid wicket, a deep backward square leg, and a man on the cover boundary. It's Panther into ball to Shiv. And Shiv, so this one's looking to pull this one away down towards the backward square leg boundary. Will look for 2, and Shiv is very quick. He'll get there easily. Good running there by Shiv, and we'll get 2 runs.
There's certainly another incident of hitting the stumps from way down backward square leg, but on this occasion the batsman is safely into his grounds. There would have been always 2 into that, is because the fielder on the deep backward square leg boundary had to come all the way to his ground to recover, and the batsman very alert in seeing that it would have been always 2, turn for 2, and they got home safe.
It's going to be Panther. Spins the ball away in his hands from city end into ball to Shiv. And Shiv is looking to turn this one down towards the offside, and they've got a bit of an edge there. Had Adams interested for sure then for a slip, but at the end of 8 overs, the score is 47 for 4.
Panther quite wisely giving the ball some here and carrying it not close enough for the batsman to catch it. And on that occasion, pushing forward, he hit the outer half of the bat, and the bounce to the fielder at Skid was quite alert. Panther probably the only leg spinner in this tournament, and certainly at his pace will always be a challenge to batsmen, especially slow bowling into this sort of wind.
That's 45 for 4, 47 for 4 over number 9. Here is Demetrius Adams, right arm over the wicket to bowl to Keith Harrigan. Bowl to Harrigan. Harrigan is driving, hitting it well. Dimitri Adams is in hot pursuit. They've gone for 1. We'll come back for a second. Good relay throw there. Dimitri Adams picking it up and lobbing it to Proctor, who hauls the return in. Can't stop the 2. Total moves on to 49. 49 for 4 over number 9. Here is Demetrius Adams. The ball to Harrigan again. Harrigan is playing it straight back down the track. No run resulting. Just to the right of the track. Demetrius Adams field. No run resulting. in search of 173 for victory. They are in a dilemma here. Here is Demetrius Adams to bowl to Harrigan. Harrigan is hitting this one. It's in the air. Is it going to reach? No, it's going to bounce short of Demetrius Adams. And luckily for him, he survives. Total moves on to 1. The 50 has been raised. The 50 has been raised. And they will have to really get a move on here. Demetrius Adams sees Shiv, taps away at the crease, bowls to Shiv. Shiv to this one is looking to turn it on the onside. Can't score. Score remains on 50. And over number 9, 54-4. Here is Demetrius Adams with number 7 on his back. Bowl to Shiv. Shiv is coming forward. Oh, no ball call. No ball. Taking the outside edge. And the keeper was celebrating. And the outstretched hand of the umpire said, no, this is a no ball. Transgressing and the return crease. And no ball signal by the umpire. So the total moves on to 51. The side crease there, the cut in the crease, and the umpire saying that's a no ball, and indeed it is. Here is Demetrius Adams, the ball to Shiv. Free hit outside the line of the off stump, a bigger slash, doesn't make contact. The ball goes to be taken by wicketkeeper Williams. The score remains on 51, a 51-4 over number 9. Here is Demetrius Adams again. Passes umpire Hodge, ball to Shiv. Shiv is coming forward and playing it to the offside, to backward point. Return comes in, can't stop the signal. There's an overthrow here, but Kate Harrigan going too far, overrunning the stumps, and they could not capitalize on the overthrow. So 52, that was a useless throw there by Bowens. Bowens coming and hauling the return in. Demetrius Adams not taking it. The over coming to an end at the end of over number 9 in search of 173 for victory. Raise a massive there. 52 for 4.
Quite a lot of batting to do to reach the target total. Strong and somewhat easterly wind here at the James Ronald Webster Park. Going quite strong at the moment. So the leg spinner and Panther bowling into the wind, and the off spinner in Demetrius Adams bowling downwind, and each complementing the other. One from the southern end is flighting it, the one from the northern end is pushing it through, and giving the batsman a different look all the time.
Here is Adams, a full toss there, and looking to swing the ball over the top of a backward square, almost swung himself off his feet. While not making contact and almost swinging himself off his feet there was Shiv. Full pitch ball, not capitalizing on a loose delivery from the leg spinner. Every now and again you're going to get a full one or a short one. No, they don't capitalize on that occasion. Here is Adams bowling to Shiv. Shiv is playing it down the track on the onside. Can score. Score remains on 52. 52 it is for 4 and over number 10, the halfway stage. Here is Panther. Adams moves away to bowl to Shiv. Shiv is coming forward circumspectly, pushing it through to extra cover. The man there, Terry Adams field. No run resulting. Score remains on 52. It's Reza Massive replying to 172 scored by the Sixers. This one he's looking to pull, and he's gone. Is he? No. The bat is, well, the umpire, what is the signal? Not out, says the umpire. The bat struck the keeper in his head. The bat seeming to have struck the keeper in his head, and so he lost the grip on the bat, and the bat falling on the stump. Umpire. Well, we have an umpire in the hot seat now. So what's the result?
Well, certainly if it came into contact with the fielding side, the decision has to be not out.
Not out, says one of our umpire, the head umpire, Ralph Hodge. He's in the commentators booth today. He is the man standing on the sideline today and not on duty. He was in the middle yesterday. Here is Panther again to bowl to Shiv. Bowl to Shiv. Shiv to this delivery. He's coming back and steering it through extra cover region. The man of the Bungry. Fields. Can't stop the single. Total moves on to 53. 53 for 4 in over number 10. And a mammoth total of 173. They are tracing, requiring another 120 for victory. Really, it's an uphill task. 120 required from 10 overs. 10.2 overs. It's really an uphill battle. Here is Adams. Has been stopped today by the umpire. Keith Harrigan not ready. Here is Harrigan now. Taps away at the wicket. Wait for, and he's pulling this wrong. Through to backward square. The man off the boundary there is Proctor. Sends the return in. The over coming to an end, and it's the end of over number 10. We are going to have a water break at this juncture. It's 10 overs, and at the end of 10, it's 53 for 4.
Certainly a long way from the targeted 173. The most realistic thing at this point in time is for the Razor Massives to bat out the 20 overs. One cannot realistically see the prospect of reaching 173, but cricket is such a funny game, you do not know. But if you're going to go on forward facts, the team of Super Sixers, they are well in control of the game at the moment. There's some quick wickets falling and some unnecessary wickets falling too, just a while ago. An unfortunate run out, batsman playing back onto his stumps to a flighted ball with no regard to the bounce of the ball. And they certainly, the Razor Massives seem to have put themselves in a hole. But one of the fantastic things about this tournament is that cricket is brought back to the park. And I'm sure, Millie, since you have become an Anguilla, you will realize that there will not be crowds as far as cricket is concerned. But certainly, if I could let you into it, this is certainly a long way back when you look at crowds, as you mentioned, in front of the park area that's on the southern end. The crowds to the back between the park and the football annex. The crowd of cars in the football annex. The crowd of people in the park is unfortunately a spectacle for us all to love. And I'm sure as a cricketer, you are loving every moment, other than doing the commentary, looking down at the crowd, looking at the cricket. It certainly makes a cricketer feeling quite good.
Indeed. When you look at your scene, there is absolutely no other sport around to say the vehicles are at another, persons are at another sporting event. They are all in the James Ronald Webster Park, and so it is a fantastic look. As you look right in front of us down there, and the parking lot is lined, and to the back of us, as you heard it from Haji himself, it's all the parking space along the fence, both the James Ronald Webster fence and the Raymond Igisha, the playing field fence, is lined right up, and it is a glorious spectacle. And not only what we are seeing in vehicles, but what we have seen right on the field of play. We have seen some spectacular cricket over the past 4 days. We saw Jadon Richardson with his second half century of the tournament, and a really good, superb ball striking from Jadon Richardson. And it all goes well for us in the Leeward Islands, because once Anguilla cricket is strong, the Leeward Island cricket is normally strong.
Certainly you're echoing the views of the now president of the Leeward Islands Cricket Association. Once Anguilla cricket is strong, Leeward Islands cricket certainly will prosper. One of the things we say, we don't wait until a person dies to give them the flowers. We really want to thank the sports people for doing their work on the park and trying to bring it back to some life, and the extra work put in by Bobby Blacks. This is not really part of his day-to-day job, but it goes beyond the call of duty to give us a fantastic wicket. At one time in the park, we had Neil Rogers, who was the curator of the pitch here, and what a fantastic pitch. And I'm certain that the Bobby Blacks would have brought it back to that standard to complete the whole thing. Now, as an umpire, you don't have to go down and be scratching out all the time. Bobby Blacks, apart from clearing the surface, the marking of it's a fantastic job he does, and we certainly want to thank the organizers of this tournament, and we want to thank the fans. The important thing is that people in Anguilla always long for something good, and we know something good when we see it. And certainly this tournament is something good.
Yes, very well so. And we can't forget the sponsors who are really on board, ensuring that this tournament has become a reality. Anglec, Digicel, Corona, D3 Enterprises, and we will continue to name them as we go on tackle the backs. We have a number of sponsors, Funtime Charters, really, all of those who are on board, ensuring that cricket is back to the park and in its all its glory. We are saying congratulations to them. So we are about to restart the live ball by ball, and the next voice in the hot seat you'll hear is yours truly, Keith Stonegraves.
Thank you so very much as we welcome all once again to the James Ronald Webster Park. Yes, 10 overs gone for the Razor Massive from Island Harbour, going at 173 for victory. They are 54 for 4, 54 at the same stage after 10 overs. The Super Sixers after 10 overs was 67 for 2, Ralph. So quite a difference here in the scores.
Not significantly. 2 wickets more and about 10 runs down, but then the Super Sixers has a very strong down order when you compare it with the side that's batting. So the Super Sixers, as far as I'm concerned, it's a massive gulf based on what appears to be the strength of the service.
So it's 4 down for 54, going at 173. Adams is going to continue from the commentary box end, and he'll be bowling to Keith Harrigan. Razor Massive need to get 173 if they are to win, and we are halfway through at the halfway mark. Adams it is. Umpire just signaling to us here in the box that he's ready to resume after the drinks break. Beautiful afternoon here at the James Ronald Webster Park. This ground is bathed in sunshine, brilliant sunshine, and in this very nice breeze coming from the northeast. Here is Adams. He's in now, bows to Harrigan, who slaps this one into the offside field. They go through for 1. Will they attempt? Oh my, and we're seeing some here. Harrigan was carrying quite a bit of weight around the midsection, just pulling up, seemed to have pulled that hamstring. So he's walking quite gingerly. A single in the end though, Ralph. 55 it is now for 4. Razor Massive.
Yeah, a positive shot on that occasion, but with the weight of Keith Harrigan, will always be a challenge when you're looking for runs. But let's hope he's all right. Some attention is being paid to him by the other players. They are signaling to the dugout for assistance. We will wait to see what's happening, whether he's in a position to continue. Some help is going out from the Razor Massive dugout. And that is, I guess, a pull-up based on asserting himself.
Actually trying to get the spray here, the magic spray. He's getting some assistance. He's getting some assistance, that hamstring, and the magic spray is going on very, very quickly. But clearly, from the moment he took off, going for that sharp single, saw him immediately pulling up almost midway down the pitch, pulling up and holding that hamstring. As I said, he's a heavy guy, he's a heavy man, carrying quite a bit of extra pounds around the midsection, and has been out of the game for some time. A lot of players are just coming back, not in the best of shape, but wanting to play in this tournament. Really showcasing the younger players, but a number of the former players, senior players, good to see them getting involved, Ralph, and helping the youngsters develop in the game of cricket. 55 for 4, you're not missing any cricket. There's a lull in the proceedings at this time, and Harrigan seems to be okay after all, Ralph. He's got some attention, and he's getting the gloves back on, and momentarily we'll be back in the thick of things again. 55 for 4, Razor Massive going at 173 for victory against the Farrington Super Sixers.
Certainly, if you know Keith Harrigan, well, he's a tough guy, very tough guy, and it's going to take a lot to stop him from going on with his innings.
Demetrius Adams, number of Adams family members in this team. He goes in now and bows this one to the batsman. That is Shiv Narayan. Came down hurriedly on that one. That one just seemed to have darted into the off stump, and he had to come down fairly hurriedly, squeeze it out in front of him on the offside. Adams at his right arm, bowling off breaks over the wicket into the batsman here. Shiv, who drives powerfully out to long off. Daniel Proctor comes in and fields, and another single for the Razor Massive. 56 it is now, 5-6 for 4 in this, the 11th over of the innings. It's been bowled from the commentary box, and as the breeze really picks up here, scattering a lot of the plastic and paper in the box. This one is hit powerfully by Harrigan, but he can't run. He's gonna just limp down to the non-strike. In fact, the batsman is sent back, so clearly he's in trouble. Major trouble here for Keith Harrigan. I think that might be the end of him. He really cannot move. He's just, that hamstring is very close to to almost been given up. So Harrigan looking for a run there, but just couldn't make it. Had to send his partnership back. 56 it is for 4. This is the 11th over in progress. Adams to Keith Harrigan, who hits this one high in the air, out to the man at long on. The catch is taken. He had no choice. He had to go at it. He's injured, limping off the field, Keith Harrigan. Another wicket goes down, Ralph. 56 now for 5. The Razor Massive going at 173, 172 made by the Farrington Super Sixers.
Certainly a wicket that you could have predicted. If you are going to drive the ball down to long, about 15 meters inside the boundary, and you cannot get over the crease, you know you had a problem. And certainly one would have realized that Harrigan was going to give away his wicket anyway, because it would be no use he being at the creases. He just cannot run, so it would have been an unnecessary thing for his team. And he held out Demetrius Adams too long on, about 20 or so meters inside the boundary, and that's a 5th wicket gone down. And it's very interesting to look at the Demetrius ball. Is virtually a replica of his father, but going just a bit lower and a bit quicker. His father was one of the people who can steer the ball from the off stump so accurately. There's always been a bit of concern about his accuracy. But here is one of his younger sons doing quite an effective job keeping the batsman contained, rolling downwind quite quickly, and it's difficult to get him away.
So the new batsman, who is the new batsman? So Demetrius Adams getting the wicket. Keith Harrigan caught by his brother, the captain, Dimitri Adams, that long on. 56 for 5 as Adams goes in and bows this one to the batsman, who takes an almighty, that looks like right, is that right? Vigliff. Yeah, this one going down the onside though. The no damage done, as we say in the old cricket jargon. No damage done. It's the end of over number 11. After 11 overs, the Razor Massives going at 173 if they're to win this contest. Looking more and more remote now. They are 56 for 5.
Well, certainly I think we must change the tone now. We must say that the Super Sixers need
5 wickets. That's correct.
Because the other side of it was not quite good at the moment.
At the moment, indeed. So it's all in the hands now, as we are seeing it here. The Sixers are really large and in charge of this contest. We don't know the depth. Well, I don't know the depth of the Massives batting, but they're certainly struggling at the moment. 5 wickets down for 56 at the start of the 12th over. It's going to be Ramel, the Adams, the leg spinner. Good to see one in here. He tosses this one up. It's driven into the offside field. Terry Adams goes past him, but there's a sweep on the deep cover boundary. He misses as well. And they should have been going through for 3 runs, Ralph. This is not good cricket at all. They should have gotten 3 there. They got 2 to take the score on by 2 to 58 now for the loss of 5. But some poor cricket exhibited here.
Well, I've been saying that since I came on. One of the weak spots in this tournament is the running behind the wickets. Ones to be turned into twos, twos to be turned into threes.
Adams with a good delivery. Mel coming onto the front foot. Shiv Narayan pushes the ball into the offside field. And another run is taken to move the score on by 1 to 59 for 5.
Certainly that was good moving there. Just stroked in the offside, the fielder coming in very quickly, and quite good running between the wickets.
Love to see this leg spinner. Always good to see them in cricket. The leggies bowling with into the wind. So, and with the drift coming across from east, there'll be some natural drift there, and he's bowling quite well. Right arm leg break bowler over the wicket from the far end. This one is driven powerfully past the man at that close in mid wicket, out to wide long on, and the single taken. 60 it is for 5. And it's really nice to see it. First time I'm really looking at Raymel Adams, and I'm always excited when I see leg spinners in the game. Here he is, right arm leg break bowler. He loops this one up nicely, and the batsman flashing powerfully at this one. The ball just spins past the outside edge, through to the keeper. This is certainly tightening up here. 5 wickets needed by the Super Sixers. Adams faster flat, and he pulls this one into the mid-wicket area. There's a man posted there. Comes in quickly and gets the return back into the bowler. Another single, 61 now. Certainly need 6s and 4s if they're to get anywhere near that particular total of 173 if they're to win the contest. Raymel Adams loops this one up. Batsman goes back and pushes this one out into the covers. The man coming off the deep cover boundary, the sweeper. And another single. So Adams exhibiting quite a bit of control for leg spinner Ralph.
He's that type of bowler. You could expect a full toss or a short one from him, one that's pulled down. But generally his control is not that bad for a leg spinner. And he's always the exciting type of player. And it's a difference to all of the off spinners we see in Anguilla, the left arm spinners. And he has done quite a good job over the last couple of years for the teams that he's played for. He's represented Anguilla a couple of times, and certainly he's one of the people in contention to be among the spinners on the island playing for Anguilla.
Certainly looks very well. It's 62. Am I scorer? 62 for 5? Yes, 62 for 5, 12 overs. The Super Sixers after 12 overs, they were 80 for 2. 80 for 2 was Sixers after 12, and the Razor Massive after 12 overs, 62 for 5. Have a change at the top end. And this one is a full toss. Swung down to back of the square. This should go into the boundary quite easily. A wayward delivery, a loosener really. And it raced away over the turf here, down to deep backward square. Got the treatment it deserved. There's a signal from the umpire, free hit.
Umpire Jacks was very quick at square leg and sticking out with that right hand, saying you are above the waist at point of impact. So free hit, and let's see if we can see one of the 6s that would be required.
This one is a full toss, struck out to mid wicket. This has gone a long way. This has gone for 6. An almighty heave-o over the mid wicket boundary. Powerfully struck. Another loose delivery. Certainly he's not gripping. He's just not getting it right here, the young bowler from this commentary box. And the batsman, to the measure, swung it over mid-wicket. 6 runs. He comes in now. Bowls this one. Outside the off stump. Slash through the offside field. Square of the wicket. Running pretty close to the boundary. It's picked up just a meter to inside. And 2 more runs taken. So it's creating some excitement for the spectators here in the ground, and I must say that since the break and during this afternoon session, they've certainly come in. It's a long time I haven't seen so many cars around for a cricket match at the Ronald Webster Park. We've gone now to 68, 75 it is. This one is struck powerfully down to mid long on. Off the boundary comes Adams, throwbacks into the bowler, and another single. So certainly creating some excitement for the spectators and for us here in the commentary box.
Yeah, quite a bit of excitement now. This over 14 runs thus far. At least the pace has picked up significantly.
Adams it is once more. Going in now, bows this one to Shiv. Shiv pushes into the offside field, but Terry Adams is there coming in from that straightish extra cover, and there is no run. Razor Massive batting here now. Their turn at crease. Short, and he pulls this one, but not getting hold of it. It was a short delivery. The throw came into the non-strikers there and misses. Backed up by the bowler, but it was powerfully struck. Looks like one of the Adams. That's Demetrius. That straightish mid-wicket. Wide mid-on. Fielded quite effectively. Here's Adams now. In short. Goes back and slashes this one. Backward of square on the offside. That's 4 runs. Very delicately played. Short outside the off stump. Gave himself the room and got back and got into position and just slashed it away very elegantly. Down to the backward point boundary, 4 runs. So very, very expensive over. At the end of it, Ralph, what's the score there now? 80 for 5. So really expensive over there by Adams, leaking quite a bit of runs there, Ralph.
Certainly 18 runs coming from the over. That is the biggest over in this innings. We can't ask for any more excitement. Some clean hitting of the ball as the spinner was not getting it right in terms of line, and they were all good shots. They weren't no sneaky runs. They were well hit, well timed, and certainly providing some excitement for the very large crowd here at the Ronald Webster Park. And what a day it is! At one point in time there was a bit of overcast, and now it's very beautiful, sun shining in all its glory, and cricket certainly in all its glory since the last week.
Here's the leg spinner. This one is driven out to wide, long off. They go for 1. They should have clearly be looking at 2 here, but it's sent back. 81 for 5, Razor Massive. And this is where the knowledge of the game and understanding the game. You take the first run very quickly, you look up your turn, you look, and this should have been 2. But it's 1. It's the leg spinner, Raymel Adams from the far end. Loops this one up. Very good delivery. Pushed into the offside field. Good cricket, Shiv. Pushing the ball easily into the offside and hustling through for another run. 82 now for 5. Razor Massive. Sun just bathing this afternoon sunshine and the breeze, so it's very, very nice conditions here. Here's Raymel Adams from the far end. Loops this one up outside the line of the off stump, and there's the leg spinner. Getting one, pitching just about off and just moving away nicely. Batsman looking to cut through the offside field. Misses the ball completely, taken behind by the keeper. This should be the final over for Adams. Raymel, leg spinner, short approach comes up, and this one is shorter, flatter, pull down really, and this one is hit out to the man on the long on boundary, and he departs. Looking to hoist it through the onside field, Ralph. Not getting the carry on it. It was a short, flatter delivery, faster one as well. Batsman looking to put it a lot squarer. Got it straighter, and it held out at long on. Easy catch for the man on the long on boundary. So another wicket goes down for the Razor Massive. 84 it is. 84 for the loss of 6 now. So 6 wicket. 82. 82. I'm actually corrected. 82 for 6 now. So another wicket goes for the Massive.
A bit of spirited cricket there. The ball held its way in the breeze for quite a long time. On another day, it might have carried that distance, but with a strong wind blowing, it carried to the fielder right out on the long boundary. As a matter of fact, one of the very interesting things about this tournament is it probably has some of the biggest 2020 boundaries you'll see anywhere in the cricket world. A long way that one traveling, and the batsmen now getting in the flow, knowing they have to push it along because the total is 173 to win. They are only 82, so they're just under halfway or around halfway there, and they certainly have to push on with it, or otherwise in a while it certainly will be over. 82 for 6, another 4 wickets required by the Super Sixers to play their second straight victory in this tournament. The first round being a round of as a matter of fact, 3 matches each team. They'll play a second round, 6 matches each team in the preliminaries before you go on to the semi-finals and the finals of this tournament.
Oh, yes, good afternoon, Mr. Hodge again, and it's been very good by the Super Sixers as we see. Panther Adams is a very animated character, he is. And his well delivered there was pushed down towards extra cover region. I believe the batsman ran a single there. So I believe the score is 83 for 6. As I'm going to say good afternoon to Tony. And Tony, from what you've seen so far, do you think the Super Sixers are the team to beat in this tournament?
It appears so. It appears so. They have seems to have a well balanced team mixed with some experience and some youth as well, and playing the better cricket at the moment for sure.
It's Panther Adams. It's Jacob Pauls, who's a new batsman for the Razor Massives. It's going to be Panther into ball to Pauls, and Pauls is going to duck this one down towards the short third man region. Will pick up a single. So we'll move on to 84 for 6.
Yes, and that's the end of over number 14?
Yes, at the end of 14, the Razor Massive 84, in spite of bother, 84 for 6.
Yes, certainly not as very well placed as they would have liked to be. Just another 6 overs to go, and quite a number of runs to be had still. And I was looking there as I was, looking at the batsmen running in between the wicket. It's just it leaves a lot to be desired of. I have seen at least 15 runs out there that could be had running twos and running singles. So not a good thing for sure. Especially chasing such a mammoth total and losing that many wickets in your allotment of 20 overs.
Yes, it's been not a very good batting display by the Razor Massives, you have to say. As we're seeing a change in bowling, I believe. Still yet to find out the bowler's name. So it's going to be Jeffrey Adams, another Adams from the Adams clan of the Farrington Super Sixers.
This is his second over.
So he's going to be into bowl to Pauls. Pauls is looking to turn this one away down the leg side, but wrapped on the pads and not out, says umpire. Ball's going to be drifting away down the leg side, and not out, says the umpire. As it's going to be Adams again. Into bowl to Pauls, and this one is driven away down towards the short third man region for a single. So it's that's one more run there to the total of Jacob Pauls, as it's going to be Adams again. This one is driven and off the boot, I believe, and stops at about the silly mid off region for no run. Who's the other batsman? Who's the other batsman?
Really going at a very, very slow pace.
This one is a bit short and looking to cut this one away, but no harm through to the keeper. A bit of a wild cut, you have to say. So it's Pauls and Shiv Benjamin, the two batsmen there for the Razor Massives. And it's Shiv again, and he's pushing this one out, taking a quick single. You know that Shiv and Ryan Benjamin and Jacob Pauls are very close off the field. And I think they have a bit of chemistry. As you can see, the quick run between the wickets, there's not much hesitation there. They will just automatically just run that one there. It's going to be Adams. This time into bowl to Jacob Pauls. Pauls is down the track and tosses this one down towards the leg side region. They're going to run one, looking for the second, and going to run that second one easily. Pauls is going to get home with plenty of time to spare.
Yes, so as you have mentioned, you can see the connection and the partnership between both batsmen. They are really making and taking advantage of the quick singles and running the twos as opposed to the other batters that will, all going way into the field and just running just a solitary single. So we would hope that maybe they might not get us as maybe they might not get the whole 173 runs, but if these two can put up a good partnership as well, they can feel proud for themselves and as well might be able to, bring some comfort to the team going into the next game. I mean, it's only 2 games, still early stage, and I'm certainly sure that they will be looking to win the other matches that they have in the bag to come, because I'm not too sure whether or not they're going to get to this 173 here for sure.
I really doubt it. It's going to be the captain, Dimitri Adams, I believe. Into ball now. And this one is clipped away by Shifna Ryan. Over towards the square leg region. Will pick up 2 runs there. Good running there by the 2 batsmen, both Benjamin and Pauls. And they're going to get 2 runs. So it's 89 now. 89 for 6 are the Razor Massives. And what's looking more and more like it will be a fruitless chase. It's Adams. And Benjamin is turning this one towards the leg side, but goes straight to the bowler. That's going to be no run. And I don't know if you have noticed, but Captain Adams has not removed his slip fielder for the duration of the game. That's something you see very much often in T20 cricket.
Yes.
As Adams is bowling this one pushed towards a shot for the short third man, and a quick run was taken there. What should have been a routine run out ended up being a quick single for the Razor Massives.
Yeah, but well run, well judged single there. They seems not to be in any danger, so to speak, but having a little chit chat in the field as well. Just a little mid-wicket conference to just maybe share some more information as to how they would want to run these singles.
Adams into ball to Pause. Pause looking to slug this one. This one is off the top edge. It will fall safely towards the cover region, and they're going to run 2 runs. Good running by the Razor Massives again. The shot was a bit misjudged. Tried to go over the square, the mid-wicket region, but may have been a bit too wide for that shot there. Ended up top edging it and fell safely in between the short extra cover and deep cover fielders.
Yes, so picking up 2 runs, 2 well-deserved runs as well. They are trying to score as many as they can. The bowling is pretty tight.
Adams to Pause. Pause is going to heave this one away down towards deep backward square leg, but want to pick up a single. Fielded well there by Proctor down on the boundary.
92, right?
So the 90s up 91 for the Razor Massives, as Shib is going to play this one down the ground. Just chip down towards the long on region for a single. So what East Batsmen are doing well, what other batsmen didn't do before them. They're rotating the strike extremely well. They're keeping the run rate ticking over. As at the end of the over, the Razor Massives are 92 for 6. 94 for 6, corrected by the scorer.
94 for 6, 94 for 6, and we're in over number, is that 16 score? 16 gone, so 16 overs gone, another 4 overs to go, 24 balls. I would want to think that both Benjamin and Paz, they will be just looking to at least get some runs on the board, get some practice, and build some confidence for the next match coming, because with the ones and the singles, while they are good, we would definitely need to see some big hitting if they are to come within any chance of winning this match this afternoon.
Yes, it's going to be Adams to continue, number 23. Yes, it's going to be Adams. Into ball to Benjamin. Benjamin's going to drive this one down towards the long off fielder. Will only pick up a single. So it's good rotation of strike, but not ideal in this situation. Maybe a good 10 overs before would have been extremely valuable.
Certainly, if they had this from at the top of the innings, it would have augured well for the latter part of the innings.
Adams into ball to pass. Passes down the track and edges this one and taken well there by Adams and slip. A brilliant ball and a great catch to match it there. A good diving catch away to his left. He got down and took it well, and that's the 7th wicket gone.
Yes, and I was just looking at the replay there from the Mandalorian live and saw how sportly and smartly done that catch was taken by the old vet Adams. You just mentioned earlier that he had kept the slip for the entire duration of the game, and finally it has paid off in Adams taking a smart catch, going to his left and holding on for what it's worth to see the back of the batsman there. But you know, pretty good partnership calls. Would certainly should like to stay a lot longer, but in an effort to really keep this scoreboard ticking, they only managed to put that one into the slip field of the hands of Adams.
So it's going to be
7th wicket for the Razor Massive.
It's going to be a new batsman now for the Razor Massive. Still yet to get his name, but that's Solomon Gokuran, the wicketkeeper batsman for the Razor Massive. He's an underage cricketer, I believe. He is 17 years of age or 18, no more than 18, and he's played a lot of underage cricket. He's played for the Leeward Islands as well. He's a very capable batsman, but in a very experienced team, he's been forced down the order. But I do know him, played many matches with him, and he's a very capable batsman. It's Adams in the ball of Solomon Gokuran. And he's a bit late on that one there as a batsman. It's almost already through to the keeper. Looked like he was playing a practice stroke.
Yeah, certainly not the time for that. But they have all about just giving up now.
Adams into ball to Gokuran. And Gokuran dropped on the pads here and is given out immediately. No hesitation there by the umpire and immediately given out. So Gokuran stay at the crease has not lasted long. He goes without scoring.
Yes, certainly plumb in front, trying to turn one on the hand side, missing everything, and being a judge LBW there to the spin bowler Adams. And so the Razor Massive have lost their 8th wicket. Their 8th wicket, chasing a total of 173 for victory. They are way behind the 8 ball, as we would say, and certainly spoiled. You'll be able to pick up the spoils here this afternoon and to get their first points, and they'll be very disappointed. And the players looking very dejected. As we see, it's taking some time for the keeper batsman to get off the field, and for the incoming batsman, quite a lot longer than normal. But it's what it is. They raise up the Farrington Super Sixers. They're large and in charge, defending a score of 172. They have just about done the number on the Razor Massive here this afternoon.
I believe, is that Brown who's the new batsman? Waiting on confirmation from the scorers.
But what I can say though, Doc, is that the crowd, very interesting, very encouraging as well. Shows that, you know, people want to see cricket, and so it's good to see the crowd in the stands as well.
So the new batsman is Rolando Wright for the Razor Massives, the spin bowler. He's now at the crease as Adams into ball to right. The right is looking to heave this one into the leg side, only as far as the younger Demetrius Adams, who's feeling that short mid wicket. Yeah. It's Wright again, who's playing a bit of a French cut, you have to say, down towards the fine leg region. They're going to run 1, back with a second, and they could run 3. They are going to run 3, chance of run out, but they won't get the run out. It's very good running in between the wickets by the 2 batsmen, both Benjamin and Wright. So After 17 overs, the Razor Masses, they're certainly out of it, you have to say.
Yes, and if my memory serves me correct, and I can check with the scores, that might be the first 3 runs for the for the entire innings. And like I mentioned earlier on, there are quite a bit of shots that was played further into the field, but only ended up with the batsman just taking a solitary single. That ball was played. The slip fielder in Alex Adams, the elder statesman, got off to a slow start, ran all the way, picked it up, and they were able to gather 3 runs.
It's going to be Dimitri Adams to continue, bowling the 18th over. Into ball to right. This one is hit high. Not very far. Isn't very far. It actually made it all the way over the rope. Just a straight arm slug down the ground and 6 runs to right.
So, 6 runs to right. And as we see the Razor Massive just clearing the 100 mark, 104 for 8. As bowling continues.
It's Adams into ball to right. Right looking to slug again. This one down to the long on fielder. They're going to run 1, looking for 2. And they're going to get it very easy. Good running in between the wickets by both batsmen. And you can see that Wright is applauding his teammate there, the non-strikers in, because they ran that one very well.
And Wright looking very positive and scoring. As well.
Adams into right. It's a wrap to the pass. He's giving Plum in front. Giving out is right. This one was a bit shorter, a bit faster, and a bit flatter, and it did the job there. Wright didn't hit under this one. He was trapped on the crease, and he's Plum in front.
Plum in front, swiveling, trying to swivel to play one on the onside, missing everything, and being adjudged LBW there to the bowler Adams. So it's after having hitting him over long on for a 6, and getting to losing his wicket by the root of the LBW, and we are down to the final batter this afternoon for the Razor Massive, and they are only at 106 for now.
So correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this will be the first time, well, this may be the first time that all wickets have fallen in T20 for the APL.
I would want to think so, yes, I would want to think so, because like I just mentioned, if I can just confirm with the scorer there, well, we have not, we can't go too fast because these 2 batters were just bat out the remaining overs. So, but we are down to the 9th wicket, and the ball is with Adams.
It's Dimitri Adams into ball to Brown, and Brown is looking to cut this one away down towards the long off region. Will pick up a single. They're going to come back for 2 due to a misfield there on the long off boundary. So they're going to get 2 runs now. Score moves on to 108 for 9.
Yes, 108 for 9, and Brown, they are getting off the mark.
And this one is hit down towards the long on boundary. This time will be a single. So Brown is looking a very capable batsman, you have to say.
Yes, middling well. Getting off the mark and middling well so far.
Adams. And this one is a bit off the edge now, and we're picked up by Demetrius Adams there at a backward point region for only a single. So 110 at the end of the over. End of over number 18. The Razor Massives are 110 for 9.
So just 12 more balls, 2 more overs to go, and they still are some behind by some 63 runs. And not too sure with 1 wicket remaining. I am certainly sure that if they are to do a number here, they will certainly, both batters would certainly need to be hitting each and every ball for 6.
And even then, I don't think that'll be good enough.
6 sixes in an over. That's what? 6 sixes is 36. So 2 overs of 36.
72. That will be enough. It's going to be
Yes.
the first ball now by Adams. This one down to the mid-wicket boundary. Chance of run out, but the throw is a bit wide, so they're going to get 2 runs now. So there's one of the sixes has gone a begging.
Yes, for sure. Unless the bowlers decide to
Start lobbing the ball.
Yes.
It's going to be Adams into ball to Benjamin. Benjamin's going to look to drive this one straight to the extra cover fielder for no run. It's going to be Adams walking through the over quickly. Into ball and rocking back and pulling this one away down towards the square leg boundary. Poor feeling down there, you have to say. Should have stopped it, but it's going to be 4 runs.
4 runs. They're down to the mid-wicket boundary. That is almost as if the fielder over there decided, okay, well, we've got more than enough runs to spare. So just let that one pass over the field. But not good feeling there. But I'm certainly sure 4 welcome runs there too. Is that Benjamin? Yes.
Yes, I believe I shipped them Ryan Benjamin, the batsman. Adams again into ball to Benjamin. He's coming across and they were looking for a quick run, but the batsman got back. Right, looks like Brown may have hurt himself a bit, but he's back at the non-striker's end. It's Adams into ball to Benjamin. So it's going to fight it up and driven away through the extra cover region. That's a great shot, but great feeling down there on the boundary. I believe that was J.L. Richardson.
Yes, that one was brilliantly struck there, but equal to the task was Jalen Richardson there as we lose the as we leave you from Radio Anguilla so you can join us on Class FM 92.9 where we bring you live coverage. Play continues.
And he's actually given out. Now there's a final wicket. See, there have been an inside edge, and the square leg umpire gave it. Or was it a stumping? I'm not certain, but either way, that's the end of the innings there. The square leg umpire gave him out, so it has to be a stumping, I believe. So, a very good bowling effort, a very good all-round effort, you have to say, by the Fairton Super Sixers, and they completely deserve this victory here. Winning by some margin of victory, over 60 runs they won by.
Yeah, so the Farrington Super Sixers won handily in the end after posting a good score here of 172 off their 20 overs. They raised a massive, they could have only mustered 116 and losing badly their second game in a row, and they will certainly need to get back to the drawing board. The Farrington Super Sixers seems to yes, they seems to put a good team together, the Farrington Super Sixers, and they are giving themselves every opportunity and every chance to come out on top at the end of this entire tournament.
Well, I see the Adams Klean of the Farrington Super Sixers. They are looking the team to beat, managed well by Proctor as well as Coach Charlie Hodge, and they've both done a very good job in putting together a very competitive team, a team that's very well balanced in terms of both batting and bowling. They have the likes of Dimitri Adams and J.L. Richardson in the batting department, as well as the raw pace of Masimba Bowen, as well as the spin attack to really stifle any opposition batting. So you have to say that the Farrington Super Sixers are looking the team to beat so far.
Yeah, they've got a good balance. They've got a really good balance in terms of the youth and the experience as well. And they're playing good cricket, very, very, really good cricket, making the best of their opportunities, taking the best of their opportunities. The batters, they are performing well. The bowlers are equally as tight can be, not giving anything away at all. From well, aside from that first game where I thought the Beavers, they took it right down to the wire and were in with a chance had they capitalized and took their catches when they were in the field. The Farrington Super Sixers, they were very, very comprehensive and dominant in this game.
Well, if you had to give a man of the match, you would have to say that it's Jaleel Richardson due to his brilliant knock, his 73-yard in the first innings. It was a fantastic knock there. And if I had to give a man of the match, it would have to be the Jaleel Richardson.
Yes, certainly. He made the best of the opportunity that he can. I can say for sure that he
Alien, wait, I can help you with that. Come to this.
Call them up here.
We call the teams of today and a representative from the teams of yesterday. The Beavers, the manager from the Beavers and the pointers and the captains can come forward. We also want the entire team of the Razor Masters and the entire team of the Farrington Super Sixers. You know why we want you up there? The presentation plus photo.
Yeah, the man of the match for both matches. For yesterday and for today. Right, so
I just call it.
yeah, you call it. You got a stats for it?
No.
Please come forward. Let's get the presentation going.
Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to all and welcome to the second session, in fact the third session of our awards. We want to thank all our sponsors and we want to thank all those supporters who came to see these matches. Put your hands together for our supporters and for our sponsors. We are grateful to have with us today one of our sponsors from Digicel, and Anne is no stranger to us, a former president of the Anguilla Cricket Association. Put your hands together for her.
I still am.
I still am, sorry. And put your hands together for her. And now I will turn over proceedings to none other than Mr. Keith Stone Graves. Mr. Graves.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this presentation. We have the awarding of the players of the match from yesterday and today. We'll start firstly with the player of the match from yesterday, the game between Pointers and Beamers. And I'm very happy to announce that the player of the match for the Pointers versus Beamers is none other than Ashley White. 4 overs, 13 runs, 3 wickets, and 30 runs of 32 balls. Ashley White, the player of the match. Pointers versus Beamers played yesterday.
Congratulations, Ashley. Here you go.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thanks.
into this mic for the system.
Okay, all right.
All right, thanks again. Congratulations to Ashley White. Now for the big game today, Farrington versus Razor Massive. Super Sixers versus Razor Massive. And we should say the Farrington Super Sixers versus Island Harbor Razor Massive. Ladies and gentlemen, the player of the match for today's game goes to Jadel Richardson from the Farrington Super Sixers. 76 runs, 7 fours, 3 sixes of 48 balls, and 1 for 12 of 3 overs. Jadel Richardson.
Congratulations, Hammer.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Wait, hold on. Hold on. The most important part. All right.
All right, folks, so that concludes our presentation for today. We'll be seeing you back here next Saturday for the continuation of the Premier T20 Cricket Tournament. Congratulations again to the Farrington Super Sixers for winning today's encounter. Thank you so very much.
And thank you, Graves, for a wonderful job both here and upstairs. And we want to thank all our sponsors again and all those who came out to witness these matches over the weekend. And I promise you next weekend things will get hotter. If you don't believe me, don't be here. But things will get hotter next week as we go into this tournament. So again, thanks to all our sponsors, thanks to our supporters, and all those who came out and offered assistance, our hard-working volunteers. We certainly appreciate you. And thanks a lot to all the commentary team upstairs. I certainly appreciate all of you, and our umpires, our groundsmen, and all those who work hard to put on this event as I see Cutler Ambrose passing. Good afternoon. Thank you all.